Hello, welcome to another episode of Loud Noises Podcast. I didn't like the way I started this one. Welcome.
You're rolling with it.
Yeah, fuck it. We're back.
Christ.
The intro is seamless.
So seamless.
I didn't want to say hello.
Anyone believe we gave shit?
I'm Badger. Join me as always, Gareth
Hi.
and Paul.
I give a shit.
Yeah.
Maybe Paul should start introducing these.
Maybe. No, it's the one thing I've got. Okay. We are three people who get together every week and talk about alternative music, be it what it may. I've lost my train of thought on this one.
Oh, now you've lost your train of thought. Then now is when it's falling apart.
Seamless. Shut up. Yeah, we're back this week. We're going to talk about some new music, as we always do. Got fucking loads came out this week. Fucking a plethora.
This is the week you promised me last week.
Yeah.
Last week, if you listened to our last episode, please go back. We reviewed Bring Me the Horizon What To album thing. And I promised the lads a load of new music being New Year. It was delayed a week.
The only other thing we had last week was a power trip doing a cover.
It got lost in Royal Mail. And it arrived all this week. So this week we're doing a new song from Kvelertak. Can't do it. Lost it.
Kvelertak.
Kvelertak, thank you. A new song from Pears, Ozzy Osbourne, featuring Elton John.
What? Oh, wow.
Loathe, Code Orange, and also the new EP from Pressure Cracks. And also we're going to do in kind of a connection to the EP from Pressure Cracks. We're going to do a retrospective of Letlive's Fake History because of Jason Butler.
And because of Letlive and because of Fake History.
Cracking out. Yeah. So, as always, if you want to jump around, I'll put timestamps in the description so you can jump around and listen to the new stuff or the retrospective. Or if you want to stick around right now, we're going to do the news.
Don't
Paul.
leave us.
Huh?
Paul, do the news.
Quick,
News?
before they go.
Yes.
Before it gets lost in the post again. Again, sod all last week. Seem to have a plethora of news this week. Kicking off, the first bit of news is a little birthday present for me for the end of this month. Not sure I want it though. So Hayley Williams is teasing a new solo record or something. Something called Petals for Armour.
Sure.
So that's coming out on the 22nd, which is my birthday. It's been teased with like a 8-second clip of moody lighting of forests and stuff, and not much in the way of music.
It's just a remix of that Twilight song they did.
Oh, really?
That's
Probably.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to listen to it then.
It'd be great if it's like a massive swerve and it's not her own original music and it's actually like, just bring it out an IPA.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd drink it.
Or better yet, it's just her coming out with a collaboration with Numb because I know she's a big fan.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Sure.
There's been many videos floating around of her playing Numb drum parts, so it's great. If she does that, awesome. But yeah, so that's, as I say, Petals for Armour, 22nd of January. That's been announced for. So I guess a couple of weeks we'll find out what that is.
I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah.
I kind of hope...
You're quite invested when it comes to like Hayley Williams and Paramore anyway.
I enjoy a Paramore.
Yeah.
I really like the last album, After Laughter, was great. I loved it. I've enjoyed always the Paramore albums. And she just generally got a cracking voice when she did a song with Churches. That was good. And that one about Airplanes in the Night Sky, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called. From the early 2000s.
I cannot help you.
Who
B.O.B.
remembers? Thanks, mate.
That's fine, mate.
But she's just generally a good vocalist. What I'd like from this like kind of thing that you said, Paul, then would like something like it'd be cool if she did something completely different. What you wouldn't expect, it's something like a Norma Jean thing.
Yeah,
because
she has got a bit of balls. Yeah,
she has a obviously growing up, she probably had her toes and like listened to hardcore and the heavier side of music. Yeah, so it would be interesting to see her do something in that ilk.
I mean, she used to be married from the old singer from Shai Hulud, so
exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Or Newfound Glory, more commonly.
Yeah, we're talking hardcore. You know.
But. Yeah, so it'd be cool if she did something
of hardcore and Newfound Glory, kind of.
Yeah. That beginning of the Catalyst album.
And International Superheroes hardcore.
Yeah, sure. I would generally like, it'd be cool if she did something like that. Generally, it probably will be like a depressing, acoustic-y, atmospheric solo album. That's what it's going to be, probably. But it'd be good if it wasn't, and it'd be something completely different. Still looking forward to hearing what it is. Yeah,
I mean, like you say, she's a great vocalist. Yeah. So I'm interested to just hear more of her singing. But yeah, the fanboy in me really wants it to be something fun and interesting.
Yeah.
But as you say, I think it's going to be probably something a bit more subdued and more as akin to what you'd expect from a solo album.
Yeah.
For me, I already feel like it's going to be one of those where I'm like, yep, her voice is fantastic, this music is brilliant. I'm alright, though. But prove me wrong. Like, I hope I'm proved wrong.
It'd be nice because, obviously, with a lot of alternative pop artists, like, they do this, they come from emo bands and then they do eventually, I feel like everyone does a solo album at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And it always is the same kind of thing. It'd be cool if she did something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I hope that she does, but I don't have high hopes that she will. We'll see.
No,
we'll
I
find out on
doubt
the
it.
22nd of
I think
January.
it's fair to say, though, whatever she does bring out, it's going to be at a good standard.
Yeah, it probably will. I can't imagine it being garbage.
No.
So
No.
I look forward to hearing it regardless, but a little small part of me hopes it's something completely different.
Yeah.
Probably don't hold out for a new Paramore album anytime soon as well, then, in that case.
I don't know. I think they were doing something a while ago, but
Firing all the members? I don't know.
They're
No.
really good at that.
no.
Yeah.
Some of them rejoined. The drummer
Okay.
came back. Have you ever heard the drummers or the band, by the way?
No?
Fucking terrible.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go in a more
They
positive
played-
way
no.
than that.
They had a habit of him, 'cause he came back on the last album.
Okay.
They had a habit of playing one of his band songs in the Paramore set.
Oh.
And it was called Scooby Snacks or something like that. It was called Scooby. It was something to do with
And
Scooby Doo.
It's not like a cover
No, it's just the name of the song.
of, what was it? Was it Fun Loving
It was-
Criminals Who
yeah.
Did Scooby Snacks?
That was an alright song. In the 90s, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he did a song, it was called Scooby and the Gang or something like that. Fucking horrible. I'll play it for you later.
Okay.
Please do.
I don't look forward to it.
No, don't. Anyway,
Uh,
but yeah, look forward to hearing what Hayley Williams has lined up for us.
Yeah.
Next.
No, I was just gonna say, last thing on that, like I am looking forward to it. Like it is gonna be a nice little birthday present for me. Talking of which, send me cards. I want cards. Give me cards.
Please send all cards to @LoudNoises UK on Twitter.
And remember to make sure they're spring loaded with glitter.
Oh, dicks. Next. So a bit more akin to what I like. Converge news.
Convert news.
Yeah.
Division.
So this is news that was announced. I think Steve Brodsky, the guy who's in Cave In and Mutoid Man.
Oh yeah.
He was on the podcast with, I can't remember his name. He's the singer from Silverstein.
Oh yeah. Lead Singer Syndrome podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good podcast.
So I listened to it.
Recommended.
After this podcast,
Listen to this
obviously.
podcast first, though.
Yeah.
Then go to a
Yeah.
better podcast called
Yeah.
Lead Singer Syndrome.
Exactly, yeah. But no, he announced on there that he is working with Converge on a new album. So this is for anyone who knows, it's the Blood Moon album.
Oh.
So a few years back, Converge did a run of dates. I think it kicked off at Roadburn Festival, where they basically took some of their lesser known songs, a bit the more atmospheric stuff, and reworked it with other musicians. So they had Chelsea Moon and Chelsea's guitarist and Stephen Brodsky as well on guitar, I think. But they both basically performed like reimaginings of their songs.
Okay.
So Steve announced that they are working on a new album in that kind of similar vein. So again, it's going to be Steve Brodsky, Chelsea Wolfe, Chelsea Wolfe's guitarist, and Converge.
Okay.
So this is exciting. I mean, I think we're getting around that time again where I would have expected more news on a new Converge album.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that this is what they're working on. Because as we know, like I'm a big fan of Cave In and Mutoid Man as well. So I'd be interested to see what those two collaborating together will produce.
Yep, true.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Not really listened to Chelsea Wolfe that much. I've heard good things, but
Aren't they metal as fuck? I'm right thinking.
Was that before that was like your metal as fuck noise. Metal as fuck.
Oh, yeah, alright. No, it's...
Can that be our new rating system? Is it metal as fuck?
It's that guy from Police Academy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was a very 80s reference.
You're doing like a
There are a lot of
Bobcat
people get-
Goldthwait. Like.
I'm glad you got it. 'Cause you're the young demographic in this podcast, so I'm glad you got it.
I don't think I'm a great rating system of that. I have unnecessary
You're
random
as young
knowledge.
as I care for, Gareth. That's fine.
Sounds weird.
Yep. Skimming past that. So, sorry, just to skim back to the Converse thing. Did you say the guy from Cave In is producing this album?
No, it's performing on it.
Performing on it, okay.
Yeah. So all of
they-
the
are
extra
they-
musicians are performing on it.
Okay. Are they producing it themselves? 'Cause I know the guy from Converge. One of them does-
Kurt Ballou will most likely be the one producing it.
yeah,
He's
he
produced
does
all
really
of
good-
their albums.
Does really good work on certain albums by certain bands.
Mm-hmm.
Like Every Time I Die, for example. He did a really good job with Every Time I Die on albums.
Fucking 10 minutes.
The one album. Which one was it?
He did From Parts Unknown.
That was it.
Did he not do Teens?
I
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Although I might be
So
wrong.
it was just that one on.
I thought he did Low Teens as well.
Maybe.
The
Who
one
knows?
From Parts Unknown sticks in my head because they filmed it in Salem. They recorded it in Salem, sorry.
Oh.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm just going to quickly look up Low Teens.
Okay. Yeah, but to be fair, Badger has to do that on the hour every hour. He gets the shakes.
He needs to look at that album cover and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
They're okay! They're still a band, it's fine.
What are you going to do when this...
Oh, no. It was Will Putney.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Oh my god, I had better every time I don't acknowledge him, Badger. What's going on?
It's 2021, it's a new year.
Anyway.
He's breaking down. He doesn't know what to do.
Next. Converge got this. Good. Nice one. Next.
Next. All right, next. Talking of heavy as fuck stuff, you want to make your noise? There it is.
That's a new one.
That's what Louis has.
Oh, Lord. So for anyone who knows, there's a couple of bands called The Full of Hell and The Body.
Yes, I know these bands.
Yeah, they're kind of known for doing collaboration records quite a lot. They've decided to fuck off doing full albums together, and now they're making a new band.
Sure.
And they're also enlisting the help of Lingua Ignota.
Mm-hmm.
So this band, I've got the name in front of me here. Sightless Pit, they're called.
Gareth just shook his head at me because he doesn't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
He's the most niching. You
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
I just looked over at Badger, did a hands in the air, like I have no fucking clue. Like I'm out.
Did you listen to her album last year, Paul?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I don't think enjoys the word. I don't think it's not the kind of music that you enjoy.
It was my friends, to put into your respect, what kind of artist is. It was one of Si's album of the year.
Right, of course it was Si.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just uber dark and fucked up. And so niche, you can't even comparison to anything that's so niche. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's like Viking war music mixed in with just like funeral dirges and lots of screaming and fucked up noises.
There's a whole lot of noise.
So imagine that, but with now the combination of that and basically noise bands. Mm-hmm. So grindcore and stuff like that. So Full of Hell and Body and Lingua are all getting together, forming a band called Sightless Pit. So I listened to the release. What's that?
Delightful.
Yeah, such a treat, right? Well, fun for all the family. It gets better. They are releasing an album on February 21st called Grave of a Dog.
Aww.
And they've released the first single already called King's Corpse.
Oh, is it not on Spotify? We're not doing this for a reason.
I've only seen it on Bandcamp at the moment, but you can go get it, obviously. It's like 4 minutes. It basically sounds to me like Lingua Ignota with a little bit of Full of Hell thrown in to the mix.
Okay.
So
Should we have reviewed it, really, for the podcast?
no.
I mean,
it's good enough for the news.
look, we would like to think that we'd go out of our way outside of just Spotify to review,
Yeah.
But, I mean, if the hell have brought something out and we didn't even bother going out of our way to listen to that.
Yeah.
Which is a tune, by the way, Douche is great.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be one that we'd like that much. I mean, I find it interesting, but not enjoyable.
Send me the link after we're done recording, and I will judge.
I quite like Full of Hell's last album.
Yeah. It's not The Hell, it's Full of Hell. Different bind altogether.
I just said that, Full of Hell.
You did say
Oh,
Full
did
of
you?
Hell.
Oh, I thought you said
I know,
The Hell.
I did earlier talk about The Hell as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. God, sorry.
It's these damn language barriers of the Welsh and the Yorkshire. God.
Sorry, Dad. But yeah, if you want to check it out, you can do on that. It's on their Bandcamp. So yeah, there'll be links around. I'm sure we'll post it on our Twitters and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, next bit of news. This is something more down Gareth's alley.
I mean, There's a key
though?
factor in this next news story which stops it from being anywhere close to my alley. Stay out of my alley.
Well, currently loitering near your alley, Danzig is...
He's halfway into your alley because it's Danzig.
Yeah,
then
that's basically my Lord and Saviour.
yeah.
come in, Danzig, get into my alley. What have you got there?
Well, I'll tell you what I've got there. I've got a selection of Elvis songs that I...
Get the fuck out of my alley!
He's just dragging the back catalogue of Elvis behind him.
Just
Loose
flogging...
made shoes, motherfucker! Get out of here.
Just flogging the dead body of Elvis. Danzig is finally releasing the Elvis covers album he's been threatening to do.
Yeah,
This is Elvis.
Elvis, not Elvis Costello.
Costello, okay.
Yeah.
I just thought we were checking.
No. Danzig has been well known for being a weirdly massive Elvis fan anyway. I guess it's not that weird really for a man of his age, let's say.
Can I ask a quick question?
What is the most unflattering photo in the world we're using
Yeah.
for this? Yeah.
I've got two things. One,
How many kids?
Was this the photo from the news article?
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Two, is this
Why
going
do they hate
to
him?
be in the YouTube video?
I hope
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Okay, so for listeners, we now have a YouTube channel where we're going to post this podcast. If you want to see images we're talking about, you can go to the YouTube channel and see what the images we're talking about, so you can look at album artwork and all this stuff. Please go and look at this picture of Danzig.
So many chins.
Are you okay, mate? His face is actually melting.
You wish you looked that good.
I do not. I'm happy being a bald fat cunt. I don't want to lie that in a million years.
That's hot ice cream in a wig.
No.
Come on, guys.
That's the ghost hero. Come on.
To be fair, I remember the first. I've
never seen anyone who's got a second mouth.
I'm going to talk over this story because, like we said, Danzig's been threatening to do this for years. Basically, he's getting closer than ever to doing it. I'm going to listen to it because I feel like I have to, but I don't care. Yeah. But just on a side note about Danzig, the first time I ever got to see him perform live, the first two songs blasted out, fucking fantastic. As soon as this man gets slightly sweaty and he turns round, that blow dried up hair he's got going on, when the sweat comes in and it sticks to his head, that's a big bald spot. Oh, fuck me, mate. When he turns his back and it just starts blinding you, and when the gig starts, it looks wonderful. By the end of it, he looks haggard.
Yeah, like
That
ice cream
really
in a
takes
wig.
it away from you. Why have you drawn dots on Danzig's face? What are you doing here?
Because that second chin looks like a mouth.
Okay, yeah, it does.
I mean, what about the third and fourth?
Well, it's just that second one that gets me.
Okay.
I'll send it in a bit.
More importantly, what's with the elbow?
I'm not with body shaming.
Oh, God.
We're not fans of body shaming, but calm down, Danzig.
Yeah, I mean, Danzig's arm has a little pocket in it, where his elbow should be.
That's where he keeps all his punk. Don't worry about it.
No, it's where he keeps all his fucking Elvis covers.
That's better.
But yeah, just to quickly go back to the news.
Okay.
He said that this is going to be out in April, which is also coming alongside his Verotica DVD. So his horror anthology that he's been working on for years or whatever.
Sure.
I know nothing about it, but you'll get that in April. Yippee!
We're not going to cover this. But
we're not going to cover
what I will do though, I will have to listen to it because
Can you tell us?
I hate myself, and I will inform you when the day comes. I will inform you how it went.
I mean, I don't like Elvis, so I'm definitely...
I don't like Elvis at all.
No.
My dad keeps telling me he's the greatest musician that ever lived, and I say no.
He also
He also stole a lot of people's music.
He also definitely probably fucked a child as well.
I think mostly beef burgers and dying on the toilet was his thing.
He had a girl, like a 14-year-old girlfriend, but they didn't do anything until they were married when she was 18. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Elvis, the king.
Elvis,
Don't worry about
kid
it.
fucker. Moving on.
Moving on quickly.
I don't care if I piss off Elvis fans.
We made it 44 episodes without mentioning kid fucking. Well done, mate.
It's alright, it was Elvis.
Son of a sin.
Yeah. I mean, I was worried about the segue into the next news story, but okay. I'm just going to drop straight in it. My Chemical Romance are back teasing shit again.
Yes, we talked about this last week, briefly.
Yeah, talking to things kids like. Yeah. Segue!
Fuck's sake. This has fallen apart terribly.
You kidding me? We're nailing it, mate. These segues are flawless.
Nailing it, yeah.
Just
not
like Elvis did with those
and
kids.
children.
What? Oh, we both went for it. Paul, we're on the same terrible wavelength.
The
Right,
worst.
that's it. No more stuff like that. Leave it. It's not big and it's not clever.
Only someone told that to Elvis.
Sake.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Anyway.
Google it, people.
Oh, God.
Get woke, bitches. Anyway, My Chemical Romance are back teasing this UK nonsense.
Yeah.
Because they're the only band that feel like 2 teasers is needed. I feel 1 teaser was enough.
No,
Yeah.
they changed us all into mini code breakers now, though.
Oh, yeah. I quite enjoyed this, actually.
Yeah, so they basically posted a GIF or like a short video. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it was like 6
More of a
seconds
video.
long, if max. Yeah, where it was just like flashing up a load of symbols, and yeah, one of them was obviously the UK flag. One of them was a Harry Potter thing. I don't know what that is about.
It's someone holding a wand, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of the symbols, what were the symbols? I can't remember the language.
The ban.
Theban?
Oh, I've just been saying the ban.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Theban or Tiban.
I am unaware of if I am correct or not.
Yeah. But basically,
I didn't know. Twitter told me.
whatever the language was, when you translate it, it works out, I think it worked out as, was it June MX?
Yeah, I just want to take this time, an opportunity to thank all the thirsty bitches who took the time to figure this out, because I tried and struggled immensely, but you guys did it for me. So thanks.
Thanks, Internet.
I did it.
Yeah, thanks, Internet.
Yeah.
You took time that I didn't have.
Can I also quickly say as well, as far as like teasing something or having a bit of mystery, this is how you fucking do it, Slipknot.
Yeah.
You don't release all the fucking cities you're playing and just do a word jumble with it. Like, this is how you fucking do
To be
it.
fair, I'll take that, but I'll also give Slipknot a bit of credit because they did it first, then Korn just recycled it.
Oh, Korn did it, didn't
Yeah,
they? Yeah, I
but
forgot about that.
more lazily. None
Yeah.
of them.
This is the mystery I like.
Yeah, this is better.
I enjoyed this.
I will give people credit that actually went out and figured this out. And kudos to the massive nerd who knew what Theban was. Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Never heard of it before. But yeah, Slipknot can just chill the fuck out. You've just been hitting the fucking...
Yeah, so it looks like the teasers are pointing at a UK show or shows are in June this year.
Yeah.
In the UK. So, I think obviously I've seen a couple of like posters floating around, which more than likely are all fake. But yeah, it seems to be that the theory at the moment is that My Chemical Romance is going to be playing in on the 20th of June.
Yeah.
I think the 2 dates are 10th or the 20th.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
looked at those dates.
It's how you sort of break down the
Yeah.
code.
I think it's... Well, I put it down to... The 10th is... In my head, this is how it should work. The 10th is a Wednesday, and the 20th is a Saturday.
Right.
So in my head, it's probably the 20th, because that would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, so again, I think that's everyone else's prevailing theory at the moment, that it's going to be 20th of June, and people seem to think Milton Keynes.
It's definitely going to be Milton Keynes or London, I think.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be down south. I think we said that last time. I think we speculated London or Leeds and Reading.
Yeah.
But this definitely confirms it's not Leeds and Reading, so it's either going to be London or Milton Keynes, probably Milton Keynes Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, one of the posters that I saw, which is obviously fake, was the one where they were saying it's going to be My Chemical Romance, Deftones, and Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Which, if that is true, and I wish it was, that is one hell of a lineup.
Honestly,
It is.
that is totally within the realm of possibility, because with those bands touring at the time, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Deftones are playing that same day somewhere else, though.
that would
Yeah.
cause problems.
I'd say Jimmy Eat World's a bit funny one, though, because I know Jimmy Eat World are back here in July doing 2000 Trees. So it'd be weird for them to come over for that and then go back and then come over again.
I think like this fake poster that we've come across, like someone's put this together based on the fact of both Deftones and Jimmy Eat World are probably played at every other. So they probably doing the New Zealand shows that they're doing.
Yeah.
They're at the Japanese Download Festival, which they're doing. So they probably just based it off that.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, it is a good looking poster. Kudos to whoever
Yeah.
did it. But yeah, I mean, I would like this lineup very much.
I think it's more the effort. Like, this is like the littlest thing to me, but the fact they put the Live Nations logo at the top.
yeah.
which a lot of people doing a fake poster wouldn't bother with doing. But the fact they use the actual promotion company that does it in the UK is pretty spot on, mate. Well done.
Yeah.
That's pretty good effort.
I like how we're bigging up this what we assume to be a fake poster. It's gonna be hilarious when the show
If it's
turns out
legit.
this is real.
If it's real.
Oh, well done for putting that's really got almost won me over that.
It's one of those things if it leaked, this live post leaked, it's that question of if it's completely disappeared offline, then it probably is legit. If it's not, if it's still floating around, then it's probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few people sharing it about, so who knows?
Because normally I think it's the day when, it was mentioned Slipknot when they did their decoder thing.
Yeah.
Because they did that thing, they were dead clever, and everyone cracked in about 5 fucking seconds. And they went, oh, we better announce the tour then, aren't we? Because everyone just already fucking got it. Because I remember that come out, we were in the middle of cracking it, and they just announced the dates because everyone just got it.
Yeah.
So if this is already out there, the chances are people just go, oh, okay, you've got it, there you go.
Yeah.
But Creeper got a break though, so it's alright.
You mentioned Creeper there.
Segway!
As with every My Chemical Romance announcement at the moment, Creeper somehow managed to do it on the same goddamn day.
You think Roadrunner Records are no better?
You think so?
Maybe they're just hoping more people stumble across it under #emo.
But yeah, so Creeper have gone and announced some dates on their album. So Creeper announced that they are doing they're calling it the God Can't Save Us tour, with Holding Absence and Wargasm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing 6 dates in the UK, which is all kicking off in April. So 12th of April will be Leeds in the Wardrobe, 13th in Glasgow, St Luke's, 14th Manchester Academy 2, 15th London Brixton Electric. I'm assuming is that Electric Ballroom?
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know. And then 17th is Brighton Concord 2, and finally the 18th is Birmingham O2 Institute 2.
Cool.
So yeah, sweet little run of short dates there for the new album.
I got 2 questions.
Go
One, one question and one observation.
on. Okay.
Question 1, the Wardrobe in Leeds, Paul.
Yes,
Because you're from Leeds.
I am.
Where the fuck is this venue and how big is it?
It is. Oh crap! Is it the Wardrobe I'm thinking of? Yeah. So it's by the bus
Not your
station.
wardrobe.
No. My wardrobe's tiny. They're not going to fit in there, and the crowd won't either. They'll have to go in the kitchen. The Wardrobe, it's pretty big. From what I remember, it's not massive by any stretch. So it's basically by the bus station in Leeds. There's a little building over the road from it, and there's they've got a venue in the basement area. You can fit a few hundred people in there.
Few hundred.
Yeah, it's not, like I say, it's not massive.
Interesting, because they're playing at Manchester Academy 2.
Mm-hmm.
Manchester Academy 2's just short of 1,000.
Okay.
So, and the thing is, my observation is, not last time Creeper played Manchester, but the time before, they played Manchester Academy 2. And I'm generally surprised they've not upped.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be upped.
Because they went Manchester Academy 2 in March of 2015, I think it was. When we saw him.
I mean, you're looking at me like I'll remember the date.
We were there together. We were at that
I know
show.
I was there. I remember the show. I don't know fucking year, date, or whatever it was.
It was 15 or 16. Or 17. One of those years.
Wow, okay.
Oh, it's a vague time. I don't know, probably not 15.
Looking at me like I should know where you clearly don't know.
Let's say 16 or 17.
Sure.
Yeah. Then they went Albert Hall.
Yes, they did.
Which is about the same size. I thought they would have upped it to Academy by now.
Yeah, I was assuming that, but
I
I'm fine with
suppose
this.
I suppose this is pre-album launch, though.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of album launch.
Yes.
So many segues.
So they've announced the title and artwork for the new album and all the pre-orders and stuff. So the album is called, it's Creeper Presents Sex, Death, and the Infinite Void.
Oh, those album titles.
Suck off.
I tell you what, they're fucking knocking the power with these album titles.
But yeah, man, looks good. Nice little minimalist artwork.
I got one beef with this album.
God.
Go on.
All right, go on.
Here we go.
The last album, because I like to get my vinyls, and I like my vinyls to be coloured or variants or whatever.
Okay.
The last one was purple.
Yeah.
This one is purple.
Right.
Pick another colour.
No.
No,
Go on.
It's Creeper. They're the purple band.
I don't know. Just they've got on black and like a nice black white mix or something.
Nah, purple.
Whatever.
Is this a genuine concern you're having?
Yeah,
or was this a bit?
No, it's not. I was going to pre-order today, and I was like, I just don't want another purple one. I've already got a purple one.
God damn you. Who cares?
Me.
Yeah, Badger apparently. Fucking weirdo.
I'm chuffed about this. Like, the only thing which I was a bit disheartened because I wasn't expecting them to announce like a tour or anything. I was just hoping that today they were going to drop like a new single.
Yeah,
I was really looking forward to listening to a new Creeper song. I shouldn't be ungrateful because awesome.
I kind of prefer this.
Awesome. See the album's coming out. But
I prefer this over a new song, just because this has got me more excited. Because I know I'm going to get a new song and an album.
Yeah, totally.
And a chance to see them again live.
Yeah.
Because the last time I had the chance to see them live, I didn't get to go because my wife threw herself down some stairs.
How rude.
I know.
I was with you feeling bad for a minute, and then I went and watched Creeper.
Yeah. Good times.
So the album coming out on May 22nd
Awesome.
via Roadrunner. So if you like your purple vinyl and you don't care that you've already got purple vinyl, you can pre-order that now. They did say that if you pre-order, you can get early access to the gig tickets, but then they've also given you the option to get early access anyway without buying.
Yeah, so if you want early access to the Creeper tickets, you go on the Roadrunner website, it says purchase not necessary. There's a link. You can just get an email and you can pick up that way without having to pre-order them. But chances are, if you want to see Creeper and you want to get early access, you're probably going to pre-order the album anyway.
Yeah, I'm quite tempted.
I'm going to anyway, regardless of the album cover.
Yeah.
Colour. I was going to say then.
I'm quite tempted for the sheer fact that we're one single in. I think this album's going to be amazing. I've got very high hopes.
I think it'd be good. I don't know if it'd be good as in Turn It in Your Arms, but I've got high hopes.
Yeah,
I have very high hopes.
I'm so upset because I discovered Creeper properly. I knew the name and was like, oh, it's that fucking My Chemical Romance rip-off band. But then I actually sat down and listened to the album, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah,
and then they went on their hiatus.
Yeah,
disappeared like literally within the month of me finding that album and sitting down with it and loving it. They're like, all right, we're not doing any more gigs. Bye. Like, cool, nice one, great, awesome.
I think I got into them just before they put in Turn Your Arms out, and it took me a while to get into them. But what really cemented me was seeing them live. Like we saw them live in Academy 2, like we said. Fuck me, that was a great show. Yeah. And I don't like Academy 2. It's a fucking garbage venue. But that night was fucking amazing. Yeah.
And like my only annoyance with this band was again not getting into them as late as you did, Paul, but getting into them like after I missed them support like 4 bands. Because it felt like there was a period of time where every band I was seeing was supported by Creeper, and I just always completely missed them. They meant nothing to me at that time, so I was just like, well, whether showing up late or just completely missing it because of whatever I'm doing at the time, and then being like, Creeper on this one as well. It was a period of time where I swear the only support bands in the UK were Creeper and Milk Teeth.
Yeah. That's UK scene for me.
But I always missed them, and like Badger pointed out earlier today to me that I went to this Misfits gig where it was like just Jerry Only from the Misfits playing
in
like
2015. That's where I got my ears confused.
Okay.
Sorry.
Playing the Academy, Club Academy in Manchester's Tyler venue. I was like, I saw that, and I completely missed Creeper from that one as well. On top of when they supported Frank Carr and on top of whoever else they fucking supported. But yeah, I'm all in now. It's fine. I'm never gonna miss you again. I'm sorry, my bad.
Guys. It's fine.
Pay my dues.
my quick question to go back to the tour poster.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the band's all on the tour poster.
Yeah.
Except for one member.
Well, no, there's 6 of them on there.
Is there?
Yeah.
So is the Angel the keyboard player?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You alright with that? We move on?
It just didn't look like it, but all the other members look like themselves, and that one doesn't look like, it just looks like a random Angel person.
It does look. Which Angel are you looking at?
The main one.
The one at the bottom, which looks like, I can't remember her fucking name now, because she sings crickets, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Can't remember her bloody name. But no, it does look like her. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, alright.
As long as you say so. I just didn't think it was a good representation.
So, write a letter.
Alright. Dear designer of Creeper poster.
I don't know why I'm so aggressively against your issues you've had today. I feel like I'm on the attack. I have an issue with this. I'm like, fuck you, move on.
It's because they're stupid fucking issues.
I know, but he always comes up with these. I'm normally so much nicer about just moving over it. So I'm like, no, fuck you, move on.
I think you've already spent 3 hours with me. So.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Not liking purple is dumb.
I like purple, it's my favourite colour, but I've already got one!
When I get
move on!
I got 3 white vinyls over 3 different bands.
3 different
I'm
bands.
not crying.
Different bands. Renounced.
Oh yeah, renounced.
Let's say segue into that one.
So they've announced their European tour for this year.
Mm-hmm.
They are being supported by Vatican, not the Vatican.
Sorry. Gareth just waved his hand at me like I'm done. Like,
No, that's like lads just like, don't pay attention to me. I'm laughing over something really stupid.
Is it purple?
No, it's not. I may as well fucking say it now, but it's so dumb. But it just really made me chuckle, and it's just because this renounced poster, the singer's bum is just covering the guitarist's head, and it just really made me chuckle. And then I was just like, "Don't pay attention to me. This is stupid."
No, that makes sense to me.
it's a valid point.
It just looks really funny to me.
You're doing a sweet jump, man. Leave him alone.
It looks like they've had a tragic accident, and they're going to need to go in A&E to get him out. But
it's a weird place to sit.
anyway, sorry.
Moving on.
Also, apparently, it's not a tour; it's demonstrations.
Oh,
Okay. They're taking a book out of the
Fever
333 bay. Taking a book out of the fucking page. Taking a page out of the book. Fuck me.
Stop
move on.
Gareth, shush.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep.
You got to sleep. I'm going to go through some dates.
Yeah, go for it.
So another April tour. So we've got a few dates in the UK. We've got 16th, Manchester Star and Garter.
Cracking venue.
Yeah.
So 17th, we got London Boston Music Room.
Venue.
18th, Birmingham Asylum 2.
Yep.
And this is the fun part. European places.
Badger, take it away.
Go on, Badger.
Belgian Antwerp in a venue. German Berlin in a venue.
No. I definitely want you to try and pronounce that Antwerp venue.
JC Buchenbrau.
Yeah.
So close.
Close enough. Maze Club.
Buchenburg,
Yeah.
So Germany, Berlin, Maze
Last
Club.
one's the best.
22nd is Leipzig in Naumann's.
Gets the last one as best.
Back still in Germany, you got 23rd in Munich at the Firework. 24th in Switzerland, Solothurn, Kulturfabrik Kofme.
Sure.
Yeah. Then back to Germany in Bad Dürkheim.
Yeah.
You give me shit.
Yeah, I do. At the Jungen House. And then final date is on the 26th in Essen. Don't Panic.
Don't panic.
Yeah. If you can make one of those dates, you definitely should. Renounced a fucking ace.
If you want to hear some serious metalcore business in the heaviest fashion you can hear some serious metalcore business, go see Renounced.
Yeah, man, they're very good at like channeling that proper old school like angry metalcore vibe.
Kill Switch, but 20 times heavier.
And better.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Yeah, the last album was probably the best Kill Switch album since the first Kill Switch album.
Yeah, man, I love that Renounced album. I look forward to hopefully making one of these dates, or at least the next date that they come closer to Leeds.
Indeed.
But yeah, man.
You mean the Manchester date they're doing this tour?
Yeah, maybe.
Definitely going to go to the next tour that's near Leeds.
Yeah.
The Manchester one? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you got to remember, I don't drive.
Yeah, but it's a quick train, chip and hop, and Soundgarden's a fantastic venue.
To be fair, it is. It would be pretty cool to see these guys in Star and Garter. To be fair, I'm a winning irony, but I most likely will try and make it up for this one. So I'm staying on your sofa.
Cool, no worries.
Sweet. Even though you got a spare room, so I'm staying in that as well.
Yeah, it's fine. 2 sweets.
2 sweets. Anyway, yeah, that's it for news. I'm done. I'm dusted. I'm spent. I'm out.
Glorious.
Purple.
That was some hot shit news. Alright. Boom. Done. Gareth's back. Popped out for a second.
I never left. You know what about?
Seamless.
Been here the whole time.
Right.
Wiki.
So, we're going to the one of the meats of the episode. I presume the Letlive retrospective is a meat.
You know about it? It's Veganuary. You can't say that.
What?
It's Veganuary. You can't say that.
The Quan of the episode.
No, because that's not a Quan's.
We're at the tofurkey of the episode.
It's always the turkey with you.
It's just a.
We're at the
bacon.
We're at the meat, the plant-based meat of the episode.
We're at the section which Pears Morgan hates.
This is the worst episode.
We're at the vegan sausage roll of the episode.
Shut up!
Vegan steak bake.
For fuck's sake. Right.
No, steak bake.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Never. You're not my
ruined my
dad.
podcast.
You ruined it from day one, mate.
Yeah.
It's my podcast. I can't.
It's Hachika.
Shut up. We're doing this fucking new music. Right, we're doing new music. We're going to start off with the singles, motherfuckers.
Go on, man.
We start off with this new song from Kvelertak. Nailed it. It's called Crack of Doom, which is a great title for a song, which features Troy Sanders, no relation to Colonel, who also often vegan chicken burgers now, from Mastodon.
Yeah. So he's a bass player from Mastodon.
Fucking hell, I was choked.
Please don't die.
Fucking hell, I can't handle this today. I don't know why.
So we reviewed a Kvelertak song a couple of weeks ago, before Christmas. And I presume this is a build to a new album.
Yeah. This is the second single coming up
with the new
album.
singer.
With the new singer. First album with their new singer.
So if you might have seen Kvelertak at some point and be familiar with this band having a guy with an owl on his head. They don't have that guy anymore. They have a new singer who's a fucking party animal, apparently. That's what he looks like.
He's a dude. And
this is the music they now produce, which is, I guess, party rock and roll from Europe.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. So, I said we're reviewing this before. I generally cannot remember for the life of me what the last one sounded like. This, I presume, is very similar.
It's the last one, like, it was a good song, but the main thing that I'll always remember from the first one, where is the bit where he goes, does he just shout, like, air guitar, come on?
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Now I remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this new Kvelertak song is very party, rock and roll, have a beer, put a bandana on your head, try and be American party animal as much as possible, but there's no actual American party animals like this. It's fine as a song, I guess. I listened to it when just walking around and absorbing the song. I didn't really enjoy it. It's like a good little rocky party track. But then we had it on in my kitchen before recording, and me and you were outside having a chat, and it was on the background, and it was like a nice ambiance for having a chat with your mate having a beer. It's good for ambiance party chat.
I would not class this song as an ambient chat song.
For like a beer, having a beer, having a laugh, and this in the background goes down a treat. When you're not really paying attention to it, it's a good little party rocky song in the background. But listen to it as like a piece of music while you're just going around your business.
You basically like you can enjoy it in passing or as like the background to a get together, other than sitting down and just straight up and trying to enjoy it as it is.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I think it's all right.
Yeah, I think it's okay. The weird thing that I don't think anyone's pointed out, well, you've not pointed out yet, is this is, I think, the first time they've sang vocals in English.
Yep, that's something I was going to bring up, mate.
Yeah.
Was the last one not in English?
No.
He said play air guitar.
Okay. Well, fine.
No, this is the first album that they've ever done in English. Like that first song that we reviewed, I think that was all in Norwegian, but like this is the first time they've actually done all the vocals in a song in English.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was weird. I guess it makes sense. I think with having Troy Sanders on the album.
Yeah, it wasn't that weird as far as how weird I thought it was going to be.
No, yeah, I mean, it wasn't like super jarring, but it's just like when I could understand most of the vocals, I'm like, huh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's the actual reaction, is it? Just go, oh fuck me, all right.
Yeah. Wait, have I just learned Norwegian? What's going on? But no, I mean, as a song on its own, I think it's all right. As you say, it's a fun little party tune. Yeah. I think this is pretty much the standard now for Kvelertak.
Yeah.
They've been kind of slipping into this kind of like sound for a while, and I think this is just them going all in on it.
Yeah, it really is. They were slipping. Now this is them like absolutely breaking down the door of it.
Yeah. So they've got a new vocalist, and basically I think whatever effect he's had, it's just like they've just gone, you know what? Let's just go all in on like the party rock tunes. And I mean, again, it's fun. I like it. Not something I'm going to go back to a lot. But for what it is, like Kvelertak, one of those bands that I've never really listened to. Like I keep hearing them in passing, and like I listen to the albums every now and again, but I've never like sat down on and been like a massive fan of them.
Yeah,
as it were. But like anytime I've heard of one of their songs, it's always been good. And I think this is just another one of those kind of songs where it's like I recognise it's great, but I recognise I'm not going to listen to it a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I've been a fan since Kvelertak since their first album. I remember just coming across that, I don't know how it's pronounced, Mjod, M-O-J-D, I think that the first single I heard was.
Okay.
And like, that band is not this band anymore.
No.
But this is one of those rare occasions where I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed their initial sound, but it sort of replaced like the more hardcore-y, thrashy elements and replace them with sort of some just fun rock and roll, and it really works for me. Like, I'm quite looking forward to how this album as a whole is going to come together.
Yeah,
it just seems like a damn good time. Like,
no, agreed. Like, I'd be more interested to see what it sounds like live. I imagine that's going to be the better, like, kind of way to take in this album.
Yeah. I can't say for reference of these songs, but I saw them last year with their new singer, and the energy this band has, especially now with this new lead singer, is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really finding it hard to stay away from gigs this year when they're touring with Blood Command.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a tour.
Yeah, but no, I seriously recommend people go see him live, and I'm really looking forward to listening to this album. I think it's going to just be like one of the more fun times you can have listening to sort of just metal, just proper heavy metal, rock and roll music, a genre which I probably would never have bothered getting into if it wasn't for where this band has come from. But I think they've done a great job of like developing it in a natural way.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like the transition between their older sound and new songs has been pretty seamless.
Yeah.
And like to get to where they are now and still kind of have that fire a little bit, but have it a bit more fun to it. I mean, I love it. I think it's a great song. And yeah, I am genuinely interested in seeing what the rest of the album sounds like. Obviously, if they do any more singles, I'm not listening to them because fuck it, you've had your two.
We did set that rule out, didn't we? Even though I think coming up is Ozzy's managed to sneak a third one in.
Yeah, but I mean, he created heavy metal.
Ozzy Osbourne.
I was going to mention that when we get to it.
Yeah.
And I'll recap it when we get to it.
I'm allowing it anyway.
But yeah, I mean, just to put a pin in this one, I think it's a great song. Little fun party track. Again, nothing too substantial to it in regards to thought-provoking music. It's just there to be fun. And I 100% would love to listen to more.
I like the track name. Crack of Doom.
Yeah.
What do you want?
That's it.
Yeah, fine. And for me, I'm never going to listen to this song again. And I'm kind of, in a way, not looking forward to reviewing this album. I feel the way this is the way this is going. Because we've done 2 singles. Yeah. And it is our trend. We're going to have to review this album now.
It's such a funny contrast between I'm here just like, I really can't wait to listen to this album if this is the way they're going, and you're just like, oh, this is the way they're going. I'm not sure how I'm going to go for this album.
I've never heard this band prior to these 2 songs. Yeah. And I just feel like these 2 songs, I've got a feeling the album's just going to be a lot of this.
Yeah.
And I don't want a lot of this.
Yeah, and I do. Like, I literally, I'm just like, yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. The only kind of band that gets a pass for this kind of music is the Damn Thing's first album.
This is shaped up to beat the shit out of their second album.
The second album was quite a different kettle of fish, wasn't it, really? But the thing with the Damn Thing's first album is a very tongue-in-cheek kind of take. Yeah. Like, we're just doing this, it's over the top, don't worry about it. Whereas I don't know if this is what Kvelertak are doing, if they're just... I don't know. I don't know the band well enough. We'll see. We'll review it, and I'm sure it's going to be all this, and I'll be like, yeah, it's a good rock and roll record, and I don't really want to listen to it ever again. But that's that. So, anyway, are we done with this one?
Yeah, we're good.
Want to give it one of our reviews?
I think it's...
First-time listeners, we have a 3-tier review system. It's either listen to it God out right now, sorry, do what you want, mate, or no. So, what do you want to give it?
For me, I think it's a goddamn right now. I think there's enough in this music, this and their previous single, to get something going for most heavy fans or alternative fans. I think it's a little something good year which will pique most people's interest.
Yeah.
And I think it's a fucking solid tune.
Yeah. I'd agree. I think, for me, it's a goddamn right now. Mainly just because of how fun it is. I'd 100% recommend listening to it.
I'd say, if you want, mate, just because I don't think it's for everyone, and I think there's a lot of people who think this is just cheesy nonsense.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
People don't know fun.
Yeah. It is fun, but not everyone who sees this as fun. Yeah. I know a number of people I'd play this to, and they'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? And I go, it's a bit of rock and roll fun. They go, turn it off. Go, all right, mate. So
they don't like fun, do they?
Well, no, they don't. They're miserable cunts. So that's that. Moving on then. Next song, we've got a new song from Pears called Comfortably Dumb, which I relate to. Is it? Gareth, you picked the song.
I did, yeah.
So you can take the charge.
Yeah. This is 100% just so I can get more of a chance to listen to this band and then have to, because obviously the rule is we keep bringing it up, we got to review the album, so just another way of just squeezing a punk album.
You have to get your quota in. You do have to get your quota in.
Yeah. So Pears is a band I've been aware of, I've been told I need to listen to. I have not listened to a full album of this band. Handful of singles. I remember Sycophant off one of the first albums. I thought it was fucking amazing. But just one of those bands, I've got a few albums like written down which I keep meaning to go back to. I haven't yet. So I saw them releasing this new single. This is it's coming out on, I think it's going to be the first release of Fat Records this year, because I'm sponsored by Fat Records, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I just saw this as a fucking great excuse to really follow through and listen to this band, which I've heard nothing but good things about. And this song did not fucking disappoint me, personally, which is not surprising, I understand, but this has almost everything I want in a punk song. It's got such good energy off the bat. It has a fucking catchy fucking chorus with, like, harmonies. I'm always down for a harmony in a chorus. That made me very happy. And yeah, like, it was great to go into, from the beginning, their new single coming into their new album, not being disappointed, and just instantly made me go back and I started listening to their old singles. I think it's a bit more interesting than what you'd expect from like a Fat Records band or just a punk band in general at the moment. I think this band's got a bit more of a kick to it and a bit more. Also, I thought maybe a bit more interest to you guys. Maybe. I feel like it's got a bit more of a heavier edge, which you're probably not expecting.
I'll tell you what it is.
There we go.
So, when this song starts off in the first couple of seconds, the way it starts, and you put this on the playlist, so I was like, fucking hell, guys, I had a punk song for the playlist. The way it starts, it reminds me, I don't know, it's one of those, the way it starts, I don't know which way it's going to go. So that it had me straight away, so I'm like, oh, this could be interesting, because it didn't really give me a punk adaptation, like, it just sounded like a bit sort of grungy rock sort of thing at the very first seconds.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know where this is going to go. This would be interesting. And then it kicks into that first part of the song where it starts a bit heavy and it pretty much goes into like hardcore punk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, fucking yes. Yeah. This is mint. I'm enjoying this. This is really, really good. Well done, Gareth. You brought something to the table. I'm really happy with this.
Wait for it.
And then halfway through, it just goes into like pure like NoFX style punk, repetitive, very samey, and it just does not stop doing that for the second half of the song. The first part, and then the initial bit where it changes, is good, but then it just kind of stops being a thing, and then just carries on being the second thing.
So close.
I know, right? You had me for like half and a bit of this song.
Because this song for me was literally in two halves, two things I fucking love.
It's just the way it starts, kind of, it's a bit different. And then the hardcore, like, fast punk stuff. And then to go into, like, what I mean, correct.
It's just melodic punk.
Melodic punk, but, like, it did remind me of, like, NoFX. Kind of
totally. But it's especially with the fact, like I said, it's got the harmonies in the chorus.
Yeah.
And that's such a NoFX trope, which I personally love. Yeah. I think a harmony in a melodic punk song is just perfection. I fucking love it.
I think I would have enjoyed this more if it, after, like, so it goes the intro and the hardcore bit and then the singy pop punk bit, sorry, not pop. And then
you're allowed to say
and
that.
And if it kind of like, and if it had gone back and forth and mixed it in, whatever else, but then it just kind of like forgets everything in the first half and just plows it forward with what it starts doing. And it's like, it's a lot the same the second half of this. It's just a lot of NoFX stack punk. Just cool. That's it. Ruins it for me.
What did you think, Paul?
So as always, I kind of agree with you both.
Yeah.
I do.
You coward.
I'm not as negative about it as Badger was there.
I'm not being
I
negative.
did like the
I'm not being negative. I love that first bit.
I'm not being negative. I just think I think it's good.
No,
It's just not-
I understand where you're coming from, mate. Don't worry.
I'll say because
We can still be friends.
No, cheers. Mate.
Can we? Do we have to be?
I'm just saying, I think it's probably one of the most interesting things you brought to the table in the way of modern this kind of punk, because it's literally got my attention in the first couple of seconds, and I kept it for quite a while. It just that back end for me personally is I could just do without.
Stop trying to defend yourself, Paul.
Fuck off.
Go for it.
I mean, I totally agree with what Badger's saying in so much as when that second half came in and it dropped into that, it's I would have liked it to kind of play around a bit more with the earlier stuff, but the two sections was still good for me. I'm not a massive NoFX fan. I've never cared about them.
Yeah, of course.
But hearing these guys is I can finally understand why people like that kind of music.
Yeah.
I think Pears are the NoFX band that I want them to be. If NoFX sounded like this, I'd be happy. But NoFX sound just like the second half of the song. And it's I love that first half, like you say, sound like a proper little hardcore punk song. And then it dropped into that kind of NoFX style punk, which is, again, good. They're good at what they're doing. I loved it. But I just, a bit more variation in the structure of the song would have been better for me. And again, I'm aware I'm nitpicking. But I think all in all, it's a good song. I just think, it could have been easily more interesting if they just played around with the sections that they had a bit more.
Yeah. I'm not surprised as liars. I'm glad you guys got a kick out of at least a portion of this because basically that's kind of how I viewed it for how you guys would view it.
Yeah.
But this is very me.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did love all the sections. I just think that liking the sections and liking the songs are two different things for me.
Yeah, I think this very much comes down to a love of the genre as well. This basically is my chosen genre within punk. This is what I really love.
I think the thing with this song, I think it serves up a very good platter of punk.
Yeah,
it's a nice mix of different styles of punk. It literally covers nearly most kinds of punk in a very most popular kinds of punk in a very quick dose. So if you are a fan of punk of any shape or form, I'd have to give this a spin, 100%.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I recommend this so highly for if you've ever agreed with anything I've ever said when it comes to punk music, just or if you're also like me and just have known of Pears and just haven't really given them the chance to sit down and give them a good listen, fantastic place to start, and then you'll do what I did, go back into their other singles and albums and just be very pleasantly surprised that, holy shit, they're very consistent.
I mean, I would really like to hear what the album sounds like. I mean, I'd hope a bit more variation, but I guess we'll wait and see. But all in all, for a single, really good. Just personally, and again, just nitpicking, I think a bit more variation in the structure would have infinitely made me like this song a lot more than I already do.
Well, I got a feeling, because we've done one, there's going to be another single. Because this is a song off the third full-length album from Pears. It's going to be, I think, if I'm reading this correctly, the album's going to be called Pears.
Oh, they're going in self-titled?
Well, it says Pears. So, yeah, I guess self-titled. So, I presume between now and the 6th of March, when the album's out, there will be another single. We will do that. So, let's see what else comes from it, and then probably we'll have to do the album.
I mean, spoiler, I know I'm already going to love this, but I am quite... I hope that the album or the next single brings maybe something to intrigue you guys a bit more, instead of going fuck's sake, Gareth, you fucking punk again.
Goddamn punks.
Goddamn court jester of the punks.
But obviously, it's a goddamn right now for me.
I generally would give this a goddamn right now as well, just if you're a punk fan.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for... If you like any punk, they're if you like any punk, really, I think this is probably worth a spin.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be bad as a gateway punk song for people like you two. It can really trick you into thinking you're going to like it.
It's like the marijuana of punk that gets you into the heroin of NoFX.
I think it's that's the thing with this song, it is literally a song of two halves, I suppose, because the first half, if you're more of a hardcore, fast punk guy, the first half's got you.
Yeah.
If you're not, and you're more of a no-effecty, singy kind of punk person, the second half's got you. So you got both, so you're pretty laughing.
Yeah.
And chances are, you might then be more inclined, if you didn't like the first half, but you like the second half, but you kind of liked it, then you might check another band out and blah, 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 check Sam out, and it might flow out and expand your punk knowledge stuff.
Things.
Yeah, stuff and things. So I'd say, yeah, goddamn right now, go give it a spin if you're a punky person.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously agree.
I also agree.
What are the chances?
Who knew?
Good, nice one.
Right, we ready for a change of pace?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, a massive change of pace. I kind of wish I'd ordered these differently. So, Ozzy Osbourne is back, despite a lot of news stories saying he's on his deathbed. What the fuck?
I mean, hasn't been living his last 10 years on a deathbed.
Pretty
Like, it might not actually be an actual bed, but he's been walking around like the living dead for a while, and still doing quite well for that.
I'm pretty sure the original Ozzy Osbourne died in 1975.
Yeah.
So this is
bat-related poisoning.
maybe.
Goddamn rabies.
What did he say the other day? Oh, what's the dirt? And he's in that.
Yeah.
And he's in that. And he snorts ants.
Well,
So
somebody
that's-
actually
that's
did,
not-
even though he doesn't remember it, apparently.
Yeah.
You can't say whether he did
Who's
or
to
didn't.
say?
Yeah.
Who you gonna trust, Ozzy or Motley Crue? It's
Yeah,
there's no good side.
it's a good point.
But so this is a new song from Ozzy Osbourne. It is off his new album, Ordinary Man.
Yes.
This is the title track from that.
Yes.
Ordinary Man.
Yes.
Quick post correction for myself.
Mm-hmm.
A few episodes, a while ago, we reviewed Under the Graveyard and Straight to Hell, and I think we said at the time they were bonus tracks or extra tracks on a compilation album that's coming out.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't remember this. I always...
You don't remember anything?
No, I know. In my knowledge, I always knew that he was doing a new album, and we were reviewing singles of it.
Yeah, I remember doing it. We thought there was a new album coming out, and then I googled it. So I'm going to take the blame.
Yeah.
And it said there was a big vinyl box set that was like 600 quid coming out, and these were the extra songs on it. But apparently, these actual songs off his new album.
Okay.
So Ozzy, to confuse things more, he released this and also a video for Straight Out to Hell this week, just so people didn't get too confused.
Yeah, there's a video now for not this single but the previous two.
Yeah,
and both of them are supposed to
they're
be fantastic as well. They're supposed to be really cool videos.
even though he's on his deathbed, he's doing a good job.
I know.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about this song, I know you mentioned this a while ago, we only have a 2-song limit for an album, so we only do 2 singles, and cause a lot of bands just plough singles out until the album comes out, and it's just too much. Calm down, fuck down. So normally we said it 2, but I'm going to allow this one because it's got Elton John on it.
Right?
I mean, that's a weird ruling, but okay.
When you added it today, I was like, oh, an Ozzy song. Ozzy song. It's Ozzy Osbourne. He's basically the king of metal, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's got fucking Elton. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Elton John.
Well, like I said, I didn't even question it because, first of all, I love a bit of Ozzy Osbourne. I also love a bit of Elton John.
Fair enough.
I'm down with this.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw this, I was like, I'm in.
I mean, is that your review in full?
Honestly, yeah, if you just want
You're
my
all taking
general
charge.
review of this, I fucking love this. I really enjoyed this. This is exactly... I remember talking about when we did Under the Graveyard, where I was like, you know what? If I'm having an Ozzy Osbourne album out in 2020, this is the exact mood and style I wanted in. And this, unlike was it Straight From Hell? Or?
Straight to Hell, I think it was.
Okay. Unlike that, the first single and this single is exactly what I want. I love the tone. I love the fucking, the lyrics. I really enjoy this sort of dark level, of almost weird, creepy solitude that comes with it. It's something really cool about it, which is, this is the only way I'd want a new Ozzy Osbourne album. And this song I really enjoyed. This is exactly what I was hoping for. I really enjoyed this.
Paul?
I found this fucking boring.
Is it right? Question to you.
Go on.
I saw this interview today. So Slash is the guitarist on this.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. But don't quote me on this, but I think he said this was in kin, he compared this, or someone compared this to that Guns N' Roses song, which is now
November
annoying.
Rain. November Rain.
November Rain.
Yeah.
Is that why it's boring as shit? Because it's kind of like November
Well, at least
Rain.
it's shorter than that.
No, it's a lot shorter than that.
But it's still,
No, it's
got that vibe on
just...
it.
It's so, nothing to it. There's... Yeah, guitars come in, midway through, and, you've got your Slash solo and Whippy. But like, yeah, just the majority of it's just like piano and like basic 4/4 vocals, and I'm like, cool, right, awesome, I'm bored now. Oh, now we've got a Elton John section that sounds just exactly the same. Cool, all right, I'm bored now.
Also, I was going to say, I'm not sure if Elton John just sounds rougher now, or if he's putting on a bit of a rougher voice.
Oh, he's getting rock and roll, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
I have no reference for Elton John because only Elton John songs I know is Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Candle in the Wind, probably. I mean, I heard that when I was a kid. I've not heard it since. And then Circle of Life. And then the last thing I literally chose to listen to with Elton John was probably that Fall Out Boy song that was on.
I am unaware of that.
It was on one of their albums, Save Rock and Roll.
Saturday night, no? Okay.
Yeah. Regardless, all of those songs are
infinitely
more interesting.
I feel like...
He doesn't need to be in this song, but I do really like Elton John.
I mean, I'm fine with him existing. That's fine. Play as much music as you want. Just don't play it as boring as this.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
It's not weird. It's just dull.
No, I mean, it's weird in the fact that, like, 2020, and you're pulling out a new album, and you've got a choice of anyone. You're Ozzy Osbourne. You can get fucking anybody to do guest vocals, and you choose Elton John.
It's family friend.
Yeah.
He's not even like a relevant name. I understand, like, to older people, but who's an old Ozzy fan who wants to hear Elton John on a fucking Ozzy track?
You're saying that now,
weird.
but when we have to review this album and you got to listen to another track they did with Post Malone, you can be like, Elton, where are you, mate?
I didn't mind the Elton bit. It's fine. It's just Elton in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't take anything, doesn't add anything. It's just Elton John doing it. It's like, it's cool. It's that piano bloke. Nice one. And I got a feeling with this record that's coming up. So after doing Under the Graveyard and Straight to Hell and this, I've got a feeling that Ozzy's just trying to transcend every decade he's done music in, up to the 90s maybe, in one record. Because Under the Graveyard, I remember, was quite Black Sabbath-y. And Straight to Hell was somewhere maybe in the late 70s, early 80s, maybe more 80s. And then this is more like that kind of like epic, like rock kind of sad song you got from all the bands in the fucking 70s and 80s. It's been done before 1,000 times. Nothing new about it. If this was the first song that he put out, I'd be like, oh, it's just fucking another solo Ozzy thing. I can't give a shit. The only thing I'm invested is because Under the Grave was a fucking great tune. So I'm definitely, I want to check this album out in full.
Yeah. I find it's really funny. Like, I didn't know what your guys' thoughts would be, but like, it's so funny. Like, my initial reaction was such enjoyment out of this.
The problem with this song, off the bat, listen to it, is that the first couple of lines, like, I didn't want fortune and fame and stuff like that. It's like singing how he didn't want to be famous. It's like, it's 2020, Ozzy. You've been famous for about 50,000 years. What the fuck, man? Why are you singing about this now?
I really enjoyed the so there's a large string portion to this track,
obviously,
as well as like
why wouldn't there be?
As well as like sort of like what's it, like a choir, or
again,
the end of this track, like how it goes out, I get such big ELO vibes as well of how it goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it, mate. I think it sounds so cool. And I think that the stronger as it builds up to the end, I think it works so well. And like, it's just another part of the song I really enjoyed.
I feel this is going to like do well with certain audiences in a nostalgia sense. Because
Radio 5 are going to fucking love this.
it does ear back to like a certain...
Yeah, Planet Rock have played it 50 times already today.
Yeah, just while we've been talking about it.
It's like, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those where it's fine, but I just feel like if you mix this in with any of these types of songs from the 70s and 80s of metal bands doing these slow ballady type songs, it just get lost. And it's like, I understand it's Ozzy Osbourne. He can't do fucking anything else really, can he? Because Ozzy Osbourne. But whatever. You know what I mean? Just
he's not going to become a carpenter anytime soon.
No. Just...
And the man continuously seems to have the shapes, so I wouldn't put him near a buzzsaw.
It's just a shame.
I kind of would, but also put the camera nearby as well.
I just think it's a shame because Under the Graveyard was such a good tune. And I can't get over how good that song was.
Yeah. I'd love to relate, but I don't see. I'm complete opposite end of that. I'm happy that I enjoyed this as much as I did. I'm almost like sorry that you guys weren't fussed on it, and I completely understand why you weren't from what you said.
I think it'd be probably fine sat on an album. I feel like it's one of those songs where it'll be on an album and we're like, I'm fine with this. But as a single, I couldn't give a shit, and I couldn't give an extra shit that fucking Elton John's on it.
No, I like Elton John's in it. I couldn't give a fuck about Slash. I feel like that's just irrelevant.
I think he's just the guitar for the album, though, so.
But no, I
bring back Zach.
I was chuffed with this. So I'm sorry you guys aren't on the same on the same page as me, but I'm totally down with this. I think it sounded great.
Your official review marking is
I'm right now for me.
that is you've been too kind this week.
I've had a good week, man. I've been loving this shit so far.
Go on.
Why do you think I've been so happy today?
Terrible. Go on, Paul.
No.
No, just no.
Just no.
Oh, fucking hell. No, I've run them in a while.
I can't get behind this at all.
Fair enough. I'd say if you want to listen to an old 70s, 80s sad metal song, then yeah, sure. If you like November Rain a bunch, I want to hear a similar song, but that's not quite November Rain.
Funny, I hate all those fucking bands, but I really like this.
Mm-hmm. It's like every metal band from the 70s, 80s had one of these songs, and you get one, don't need another one. Stop it.
Yeah,
Ozzy. Stop.
For the most part.
Stop it, Ozzy. Do more Under the Graveyard. That was a great song. Anyway, I say, as I keep saying in this podcast, it seems, the album Ordinary Man is out on the 21st of November 21st of February. What the fuck am I talking about? 21st of February. So we'll probably do that. Mainly because it's Ozzy.
Only because it's Ozzy.
Mainly. I mean, he's a fucking ledge at the end of the day.
I mean, he is, but yeah, it doesn't mean he gets a fucking free pass.
And I think it's his first solo album in a decade as well. So
he's been 8 years.
I think I read somewhere it was a decade.
Maybe they rounded up.
Unless they just went, yeah, we're in a new decade. It's been a decade. It came out in 2015. It's in a decade. So, anyway, bring it back to some fresh new music from a fresh new band.
So fresh.
Sort of. They've already had an album out. Don't matter. Loathe dropped a new song as well. The song is Two-Way Mirror. Mm-hmm. We reviewed 2 of their songs already.
Well, or is it technically 3? Because it's the double song.
They sneaked us.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Loathe. So they released a 2-track EP thing in the back end of the year, and they did a single as well. And now they've dropped this Two-Way Mirror. Paul, go.
Hi. I quite enjoyed this one, to be fair. Solid kind of chilled out Deftones vibes.
Yes,
for me,
definitely
100% all the way through. But I mean, yeah, I loved it. It's weird, it's one of those songs it is very quite basic for a love song, but it is and it is just super chill. But yeah, I think this is the closest we're going to get to Chino vocals without having Chino.
Yeah.
So sorry, Gareth, because I know you're not a fan of that. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It's interesting to see them just go and do an out and out kind of I don't want to say ballad song, but just one that's don't have that kind of weird,
a slow jam
tech metal to it. Yeah, it's weird to just see them just go straight out slow, you say, slow jam track that doesn't have some kind of weird intricate sections to it. But I kind of enjoyed it. Again, it's one of those songs that's there's not a lot to it, and it's hard to say that I'm going to go back to it a lot. I'm hoping when it comes to the album that it's going to be an interesting standout in the sea of whatever else is around it. But as a single, it's just nice. It's just a nice little track. But yeah, as I say, there's not much to pin it against other than I say the Deftones vibes. Yeah. But it's nice to see new bands do an interesting take on it.
I agree. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I'm quite a fan of Loathe. The first album, Cold Songs, I thought was a really good album.
Yeah.
I think every single they put out, I think they did a little EP split thing a while ago. It was great, and then the 2 tracks we did last year, I really enjoyed. And I think the last single wasn't the greatest thing.
Yeah, I think I was a bit torn on that one. But yeah, this one, I don't know. It's just after listening to Ozzy bore the fucking living shit out of me, I think it was nice to just listen to something a bit more modern and but still nice and relaxing.
What I thought with the song is it's not your usual. If you've heard Loathe before, it's not the usual Loathe track. because usually Loathe just go heavy and dirty.
Yeah, they do kind of lean into that kind of like tech metal bit a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this had none of that.
Yeah. It's like this, like you kind of said, like it's very sort of like a atmospheric Deftonesy kind of low, vocally led kind of track. It's really nice and chilled and laid back, which is I don't think Loathe have done before, off the top of my head. And like when it started, I was like, okay, it's gonna get heavy in a bit. Nope, it's gonna get heavy in a bit. It's not, is it? Oh, fuck. Okay. And the thing is, it's weird because I thought the way I listened to it, like, if I break it down normally, something like this I'd probably get bored of it. But I generally just enjoyed it all the way, like just having it on, just walking around, doing my business. When I say business, I mean just walking around. Not just shitting.
Just walking around, shitting in the carpet.
Shitting in car parks. No, it's like walking around, it's like, just having it on the background, or like, it's just, just chilling out. I can imagine just chilling out listening to this. It's just a nice piece of music, and I didn't expect this from this band, so it's a nice surprise to get something from a band like this that have usually just like dirging it up to like just naughty fucking horrible gurgy riffs and stuff, would like bring out a nice piece of atmospheric vocally led music, and fucking fair play to them to throw this out as a single as well. I think it's pretty risky for them to throw this as a single.
I mean, what they have done with these singles is done a damn good job of showing you the contrast in what they can do.
This gets me, because I was looking forward to the album anyway.
Yeah.
Based off the last album and based off what they put out since, this has got me more excited, because this means that, like, I was looking forward to an album of just like kind of shit, just noise and fantastic over the top heaviness. But then this is going to throw into the mix. I'm like, fuck, this might be super interesting rather than just having a good noise fest.
Yeah.
So it's got me really geared up for the new Loathe album. I can't fucking wait for it.
Yeah, it's funny for me. So, like, as you've mentioned with the Deftones-esque, if anyone's ever listened to me talk about like Deftones, I've got like a mental block with Deftones. Like,
he hates them. He hates them.
I don't get it. I don't. Like, I wish I could be there with you guys. I wish I could. But I've just never got Deftones.
He's more of a Limp Bizkit guy.
Yeah, kind of. If I had a choice. But no, so with
Keep
this...
rolling, Gareth, it's fine.
Rolling. It's like a tick.
You have to finish
I have to do it. Musically, I love this. I thought it was fantastic. As you can imagine, with someone who just is not quite a fan of that sort of Deftones-esque sound, I did struggle a bit with the vocals, which didn't change. It was like, if you're not into those sort of vocals, brace yourself, you're not getting anything else for this track.
I want to say, like, now, just before you carry on, they're not exactly like Tuna
No, of course not. No,
like,
I'm not saying that.
They're in a the sort of, the way the music is and the way he does it does remind you of Deftones, but it's not. I'm not
saying that we're doing a cover song. Yeah, like,
no,
understand.
I don't mean that. I just don't want anyone to think like, if you don't like Tuna Marine's voice, you won't like this guy.
No.
It just reminds you of it in a way.
It's got a very familiar feel to it.
Yeah, I think with the music behind it, that's what makes it.
That's it. It's got that familiar feel where if
this guy liked Deftones.
Yeah, totally. And if you were into it, you get that familiar feeling and go, oh yes, I'm loving this. But if you're like me and you're not that into it, you get that familiar feeling like, oh damn it, really? Like it's like, it's not normally for me. This track over the previous Loathe tracks, which I actually went back to today, because after hearing this, I was like, this isn't what I remember them sounding like. So I went back and listened. I was like, I really enjoyed some of those previous singles, especially the two-parter, whatever that's classed as.
I presume it's just like, I guess it'd just be a double single.
Yeah, I guess.
Double A side or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, musically, I adored it. The vocals, I wasn't a massive fan of, but still found myself enjoying it. And it did, sort of, like I said, I was also like initially listening to it, hoping or waiting for a change in style. On the third or fourth listen, I wasn't looking or waiting for it. I was just getting to enjoy the track, which was quite nice. And yeah, I'm fucking well intrigued by what this album brings. Like, I think this could be like pretty damn fucking good. For just what they've given us. I'm ready to see what a fucking entire album brings.
I saw that Kerrang put these as one of the hottest bands of 2020. Which is a shame, because the band's been going for a couple of fucking years.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're here now, Kerrang, in 4 years fucking later. But you made it, guys. Well done.
It's like the Kerrang Awards do Best Newcomer. The band's been around for 15 years, you bellhead.
The best newcomer is Enter Shikari. It's fucking 2019. Fuck off. But yeah, this new Loathe album is out on February the 7th. I'm definitely going to review it. I can't fucking wait to hear it. This, my review, go listen to the goddamn right now. And I think we said this for the last one. I think it's worth going back and listening to at least the newest songs they've put out. I'm just a fan of this band, so I generally just recommend just checking out the majority of the stuff. But definitely go check out like the last 2-3 singles and get a feel of what this band's like. And especially with this one, if you listen to this on its own and then go listen to this album, you're not fucking ready. Please go listen to another Loathe song.
Yeah. That's it for me. Like, I can't, off just this track, I can't say listen to this goddamn right now, because it doesn't do enough for me. Go to this band's goddamn right now, I would agree with, but for this single, it's like, it's a solid track, but it doesn't get me as excited as they have previously.
No, I agree. Well, I agree with Badger. Like, I think this is a goddamn right now for me, but it does help putting it up against like the earlier stuff as well, just to get a proper feel of the band. But on its own, I think it's a great single. Sorry, I 100% cannot wait for the album.
Indeed, exciting times.
Indubitably,
I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about it. I think it's probably the first album that's come out this year that I'm most excited about.
Yeah,
earliest release. There's a lot of albums coming out this year.
Yeah,
so
many.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're here for, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to a band that I guess a lot of people look forward to coming back. Code Orange. I saw a lot of hype about this. They were hype. I mean, mostly from them because they did a lot of countdown to all this song. And I know there's a big. They won a Grammy. That was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know they did the Bray Wyatt, The Fiends entrance music and performed as the Blacks.
I mean, that's on par with winning a Grammy.
Wrestling.
So Code Orange are back. Not Code Orange Kids. That's a slightly different band, but it's pretty much the same band.
Yeah.
Code Orange are back with a new song called Underneath. Can't get a reference. What do you think of this?
It's like a heavier version of the Ozzy Osbourne song.
Really?
I could not get into this one.
This was a complete letdown for me.
Yeah.
I'm not like the biggest Code Orange fan. I loved Code Orange Kid. That the first album of Code Orange Kid was literally a fucking great album.
Right, hang on. You're gonna have to educate me here.
Okay, so
like,
Code Orange Kid.
I let it slide when you first brought it up. I was like, he's not gonna reference this again. Reference it again. I'm like, all right, mate, can't tell me. What the fuck are you talking about? I am very unknowledgeable for this band.
In my,
other than they seem to be their names seem to pop up everywhere.
So, in my head, I might be wrong.
Okay.
There was a band called Code Orange Kid.
Okay.
Which is, as I think, most of the members of this band. It's pretty much the same band.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, they just dropped the kid off the name, so they became Code Orange.
Smart.
Sure.
I mean,
and they released their debut album under this band, Code Orange, called Forever, which was massively well received. Everyone bummed it. I believe it won a Grammy.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's hyped. Everyone's had a great time. The bassist threw his fist up in the air 50,000 times.
Okay.
Good times. If you see him live, you'll understand
the
reference.
Okay, fine.
Very good. Very heavy, very dirgy band. Good times. Then this. Do you see?
Okay.
So, if you go back, after the podcast, I'll play some stuff.
Well, I've heard sporadic bits of like Code Orange, never without too much delving into them. But you basically brought up Code Orange Kid, I'm like, you lost me. Wait, what the fuck? Like, they have a child?
Yeah, it's the same band. They just changed the name after the first album.
It was a slight transition, I think, between members and sound. So Code Orange Kid were a bit more. They weren't as heavy, were they? Really, they were more kind of just all over the shop.
Yeah,
noise stuff. Whereas Code Orange just went into just full heavy folk noise.
Okay.
So, Forever was just heavy, relentless album, which I enjoyed.
I loved Forever.
A lot of people did. It won a Grammy. I can't say it enough.
We keep saying it won a Grammy. It did.
Because no fucking bands like this do win Grammys.
Yeah, that is quite bizarre.
It's weird, and that's why it's such a fucking big deal.
Did they win like the best rock album?
Probably.
I don't know what.
I don't know what Grammy they want.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, like, I'm assuming it's going to be something along that lines where it's nice to see a band like this get it instead of Imagine Dragons. Like,
I mean, normally with the Grammys, it's always Metallica who win these kind of things. I'm just going to quickly Google this.
We should probably fill, but I'm just watching you just Google search.
I mean, don't.
It's funny. Hello.
Talk stuff about band song.
Band song, not great. Honestly, yeah. After Forever, which again, the Grammy Award winning, it was a really good album. I loved it. But when this came on, it's like it had that beginning where it sounded like it was building up to something, and then the entire song just sounds like a build up that never pays off.
Right.
And I'm hoping it's because it's like a lead single rather than an actual like best pick from the album kind of thing.
Yeah, well, this is a title track, isn't it? This is what the album's called.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, like I say, that this is the lead into the album.
Yeah.
And that the next song after this like actually has some balls to it, because this has none whatsoever for me. It's like, it's got that kind of like aggression in their vocals, and like you can sense the kind of like negativity in their performance that they usually have coming across, but it's like there's no bite to this song at all.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When there is aggression in this song, it very much feels like they're trying to make sure it isn't at the forefront of the song. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's still in there. He's just like behind the drummer now.
Yeah.
Like for me, like, so I haven't listened to much Code Orange. Like I know the odd track. I haven't listened to the last album, which I must admit I'm quite intrigued by, especially now. This wasn't what I was expecting for what I thought I was getting into. I wasn't as let down, but also not too fussed. I thought it was fine. I quite liked it. It almost has like quite an industrial feel to it. Almost like now and again, it feels almost like Nine Inch Nails-y.
No, I definitely got that feel as well. It does have that kind of vibe to it, but it's just like, my problem is like, I'm fine with that kind of stuff, but it's just like coming off of Forever to come out with this, it's like there was so much potential, and it's just like, as an opening like introduction to the new sound, it's just it's just a very resounding fine for me. It's like, fine, this is what you want to do, that's fine for me. Like, I don't have to, I might not be the target audience for them anymore. I don't know, but like, or it might be that the rest of the album is exactly what I'm after. But for this single alone, it's just like, I'm not feeling it at all.
Quick question.
Yeah,
they didn't win a Grammy.
Oh right, was it just just nominated? Sorry,
just nominated. So Forever was nominated for best metal performance. They didn't win it.
Still,
probably Metallica won it.
Yeah,
they always do.
Yeah. Wait, you spent that long on your phone, you couldn't even tell me who actually won it?
I'm trying to find the fucking thing about whether it's won or not. I'm not going to look at one. I'm not going to look at one. Anyway, also, this wasn't the first album under the name Code Orange.
Okay. I Am King was.
Yeah.
And then Forever. Sorry, damn it. And then this third album that's coming out. Fuck's sake.
It's called Fuck's sake.
But so that kind of makes it better in my head. So this song, I've interrupted and I've now taken over.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah.
This song is a terrible disappointment to me, because if you hear I Am the King was a great album, actually. And Forever was an album that came out, and I was like, that's good. Everyone loved it, but I was like, I've heard it a bit before, because I Am King's not a million miles away from it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a brief transition of like, we've learnt a bit, we've been on the road, and here's the next album. It's quite similar to the first album, but we've done some stuff different. Cool. But that's fine.
That's called progression.
It is called progression. That's the word that I should have used. But then, from that to this sounds, the first part of the majority of the song sounds like a terrible, well, not terrible, like a weird Nine Inch Nails orgy song, but it's Code Orange. And it's just, I don't know who wants this. I guess Code Orange. But
yeah, I'm in the camp of, I don't want this, but I don't mind it. There was never a time where I asked for this, but
the thing is, I'm
cool with it.
This kind of the first part of the song, the back end, the arse of this song, the last minute or two, I'm pretty alright with because it's got some interesting guitar parts, some good vocal mixing. Like when it's got the clean vocals mixed with the screaming vocals, the clean vocals being the main part of the first half, mixing with the scream vocals, that's like a nice beat. So the back minute and 2 minutes of this song, I'm like, that's cool. That sounds really good. It's just the first half. It's like the first 2-3 minutes. It's just like this weird Nine Inch Nails orgy thing, which I don't appreciate when it was a thing. Especially orgy were fucking garbage. But Nine Inch Nails weren't. I never really got a Nine Inch Nails.
Sorry, for a second, I didn't realise you were talking about two different bands there.
Yeah, for some reason, Bad is referencing the band Orgy, which no one really knows.
I'm referring... Because what it is I'm referencing Orgy, because I think it's a better comparison. Because when I
did the cover of fucking Blue Monday.
Yeah,
or Jesus.
When I first listened to this song, I was like, what does that sound like? And my head went, probably Nine Inch Nails. I was like, yeah, okay, brain, that'll do. As an orgy. And then I was on Facebook and someone went, just sounds like a fucking shit orgy. I was like, that's better. That's a better thing. It's less known, but it's a better comparison. If you don't know orgy, look at you, mate. You've had a much better life than me. But like,
no, because that means they wouldn't have watched like that Family Values like DVD or video.
Don't bring that up.
And that's an education.
That's not terrible. No, just. It's fine.
You're right.
No, just
Paul, you can't see this, but Badger he's losing it. But he just had to double hand wipe his face. The veins are popping in his head. He's holding his just above his left eye on his eyebrow. He looks troubled.
Yeah. Tell you what, to wrap it up then, final thoughts. Should people bother with this?
I'd say no.
From my perspective, I feel kind of bad now because I feel like you guys were invested in this band, which I am not. And I feel bad that this is what you got after being invested in what was a very different band than this. So, as someone who isn't invested in the band and hasn't got much of a knowledge of their back catalogue, listen to this. This is fine. Like, this is a kind of a cool new take on, like, a heavy industrial, like we said, like Nine Inch Nails. Not gonna say orgy.
We've said that word enough now.
But that led for this song for me to be a fine song. It's kind of cool. It is quite interesting. It's not fantastic, and also that you did spend your time waiting for the song to really break into something a lot heavier. Not that the song needed it, but it didn't need it, but it would have really, like, if the third part, like, comes to the end of the song, if it really fucking went all out, that could have, like, turned the whole thing around, I think. But in general, like, this song is pretty decent. I think, from what I've heard of you guys now, it's pretty decent if you are not a fan of Code Orange.
I think it's weird because, like, I'm not super invested in Code Orange because, like, the album Forever was a very big album for that band, and like Paul said, he loved it. Yeah, I didn't like it that much. Like, I listened to it, I'm like, yeah, so I get it, and I walked away from it. I listened to it, and I was like, cool, and I walked away, and I never bothered again.
Yeah,
and I've seen them live, and I wouldn't go back and watch them live again for reasons. They're one of those bands I can see them live, and I don't have to see them again, sort of thing.
Okay, I get
that. So I wasn't like, I was looking forward to this track a bit, like, because every time they put something out, it's usually just like a good listen.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I can bang that on and enjoy it and go, cool, heaviness, whatever, and then walk away and carry on my life and blah, blah, blah. Putting this on, I was like, what the fuck is this? Until like the last couple of minutes, like, okay, you got good in the last minute of the song and blah, blah, blah. So for me, I'd say, I don't know. It's really kind of put me in a position where I don't want to really recommend it because I don't think it's good. But I understand people might like it.
Yeah, this, like I said, this isn't a goddamn right now by any means for me. Like,
I don't want to give the middle though.
No, this is definitely a middle for me. But like, I think this has now become more interesting for people who aren't big into almost the initial genre you would have expected.
I'd say if you've never heard Code Orange before, or Code Orange Kid.
Or whatever.
Check it out. See how you feel.
Yeah.
I personally think the last minute of the song, the back arse of it, it's pretty good. Just that first part is repetitive and boring and a bit crap.
See, I think that last half could have done with a hell of a lot more. Just to really bring it all to like a big crescendo at the end, but instead it's just it's fine.
It's just because the back end has a mix of everything.
Yeah.
Whereas the first half is just a very plain, not a lot going on stuff. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, because I know for like what I watched a bit of the music video, and the guitarist is on like a keyboard, he's got like a keyboard, he's doing the tweaking of the keyboard, like looks like he knows what he's doing, but he's really just turning the volume up and down, sort of thing. And it's just the vocalist doing the vocals. And I just wonder if that's the thing where it's like they've written a song and the rest of the band turned up halfway through, like, oh yes, of course you can be in the rest of this song. Just hit this, and it's like then they actually made the rest of the song.
That's it. This has intrigued me at the very least. Anyway, like I am quite intrigued more so by this band now. It's going to make me listen to their old albums to see what you guys are having chatting about, like where the fuck this has came from. And I am quite intrigued to know, like Paul was saying, like is this just a weird sort of not introduction? What's the bloody word for it?
Lead.
A lead into the album and going into,
I'm intrigued.
Something more expected of them, or if they're going balls deep into this new territory.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see, and I'm actually keen as well. After this, I'm still keen to hear what the next song's like, and also the album. If they're going balls deep into this sound, no one wants this sound.
I mean, people might, but no, I don't think anyone on this podcast does.
It's not like Nine Inch Nails.
No, but like no one wants that kind of revival. Like I understand, like people might want a new metal back. They might want a old post-hardcore or metalcore or whatever, but no one out there is
just,
gagging.
That was subtle, Paul, but I got. It's just like, yes, please.
But like, no one out there is gagging for a Nine Inch Nail sound revival. I don't think. I know maybe a small group of people, but not a majority. Not the kind of fan base that Code Orange have, especially. No. Their fan base must be livid, if I'm honest. But I'd say if you check it out just out of curiosity. Just do you want me?
Yeah, this is a weird one. I don't know if I could recommend it, but I wouldn't say avoid it.
Yeah, not bad, but intriguing.
Yeah, it's like again, when we come to second single and album, like then I'll have a better understanding of what they're trying to do. But for this, I think I'm a bit lost with it.
I feel like if the second single comes up and say that like this Paul's reviews is going to be like, fuck you! Next!
Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent.
Well, we're not in a bad territory here. Just a rather odd one for Code Orange.
So that's that.
That's that.
We'll see what happens. So that's the singles for this week. Polish them off. Nicely done. So the only full release we have, there's no albums or anything. We've got an EP from Pressure Cracks called This is called Survival. I have to break that up a little bit because otherwise it made no sense. This is the second EP off this band. You heard the first EP?
No.
Good research, guys. Good till the time.
Do research.
To listen to other tracks.
We've not been through all the other music we've listened to.
No, that's fine. Yeah, sure.
You are. Fuck you. You are nobody to judge.
Anyway, if you're not familiar with Pressure Cracks, this is Jason Butler's other band. If you're familiar with Free, he does this other band called Pressure Cracks. Jason Butler being the guy who's been like Love and blah blah, which we'll get to in a bit. So this is more pretty much straight up hardcore, I guess you'd call it. You want to agree with that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think listen to this. First initial thoughts of listening to this EP, fucking love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel this is one of the best new hardcore releases I've heard in a long time.
Out and out hardcore
from a new hardcore band.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say this is on par with Terror putting out an album or something like that, but
no,
it's. I just picked a random band. I didn't want to. I'm not going to dig into the hardcore fucking world, but
that's
this
fucking minefield there.
I know, right? But this is a new band, And regardless of Jason Butler and what he is, I think for me, the music in this is more interesting than what Jason does.
Yeah.
Jason is a fantastic vocalist, and he has, and we're going to talk about this in a bit with the Letlive Fake History album, but his vocals are fucking phenomenal. But I feel what really carries this album is the music.
Yeah.
The hardcore essence of this album is fucking cracking. Fucking love it. I can't remember last time I got this. I think the last newish hardcore band that got me this excited was Sharptooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is fucking on par with that.
Yeah,
totally. It's like a new... And I don't know much about the band in the sense of who came from where. Obviously, Jason Butler's the vocalist, but I don't know what the other members were in before that. I probably did the research when the first EP came out 2 years ago.
Do you remember, like 5 years ago, you took the piss out of me and Paul for not doing research or something?
I don't remember that.
I don't
remember that. But it's obviously just a good group of musicians who know fucking hardcore. It's literally the shit they do is just fucking perfect. Mm-hmm. Everything I wanted pretty much in a hardcore album is probably pretty much in this album.
For me, do you know what I like about... Do you know what I would choose and what I like about hardcore? This.
Yeah.
This pretty much nailed everything I would have wanted from a short, violent burst of a hardcore EP. It was pretty spot on. And straight off the bat with our first track, it did exactly what I want from a solid hardcore output, and that was basically make me want to turn around to my surrounding environment and fucking destroy it. Mm-hmm. And that was my instant reaction, which I had to fight because I was in work. I think this is fucking fantastic. And like Badger was saying, it's not just down to the vocals, because I guess we're somewhat biased because we are fans of Jason Butler's other work, so of course we're going to like his vocals. But musically, this has the pace and like velocity which I look for in my hardcore. And I loved it for that. And it was, it was relentless, and it kept me fully engaged from beginning to end. And it was almost like perfect in the time it takes to get through this EP. Like it was the perfect little like snapshot of Gareth's favorite hardcore. I haven't got a lot to say about this, but in the best kind of way of just like, this literally just ticked every box I love about hardcore, and I'm just so fucking like happy getting to listen to this multiple times today.
Yeah, man, I'm like, it's gonna be absolutely zero surprise that I love this as well. But yeah, this was like legitimately like one of the most exciting releases this week for me.
Totally.
Just because, like, as you said there, it's like musically, it's pretty much everything I want from a hardcore album in this modern like era of hardcore.
Yeah, of course.
It's, if we're talking about like bands similar, the only ones that stand out in the kind of like musical aspect are like kind of like heavier sections maybe of Stray from the Path, like musically. But vocally, I think it's all Jason. It's weird to say, but like this is kind of what, before they came out, what I wanted Fever 333 to sound like. Yeah. Before we actually heard anything from them.
Well, you got the rough demos of Fever on they released those songs on SoundCloud when they're a bit more stripped back. Mm-hmm. And I suppose like then with Steven doing the guitars and stuff, it could have gone this way.
I would agree that I would have initially wanted that, but fuck me, I'm so happy I get both.
Yeah, no,
Holy
I mean,
shit.
I am.
Like,
I think this is the thing we're going to get to more when we talk about the Letlive album. This is literally like Jason Butler in Letlive just split into two different people and went into two different ways. So you get the Fever 3-3, which is the polished, like big stage band that does something great, and then like Pressure Catcher is more raw and gritty and fucking edgy.
He's getting to a point now where he's one of those talented people I look at and go, hang on, that's unfair.
Mate, calm down. You're being a bit too good.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. Like, chill out, man.
Also, just a quick one. The other members of this band were in a band called Scars of Tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that means something to me.
Yeah,
but
nothing to me. Paul, apparently.
Paul, knowing every band on the planet, obviously means something to him.
Name's familiar. I don't know if I've listened to the band, but it definitely sounds like something I recognise.
Well, you've done better than me and Badger, as you've actually heard of them.
Yeah.
We never said we were professional people.
Yeah, so professional. Oh yeah, apparently they're still an active band.
Yep. I literally just managed to pop onto their Facebook, and the first thing I saw was new music in 2018.
Cool.
It's 2020, but okay. Stop it. Sorry, my Facebook's freaking out. Go on.
But yeah, I mean, talking about this record, like all the songs, like pretty unrelenting. Love it. Starting off with the kind of like build up about like obviously incarceration and like the stats for that, and obviously talking about the stats for people of color and how it affects them. And yeah, it just sounds like typical. Well, I don't want to say typical, but like that what you'd expect from like Jason, and like the kind of like political tinge, like racial politics and stuff like that. And it's got that angry kick that you get from him, and that music backs that up perfectly. Mm-hmm. And then so going into the single, I think we talked about the single before. Was it Ready for You?
Did we do it?
Yeah, I'm sure we've touched on that.
Actually,
before.
you know what it is, right? For listeners, you never heard this because we never recorded it. Because it was on a week we were going to record before Christmas. That episode never actually got aired.
Is that the one where your neck hurt?
No. It was for other reasons.
Okay.
Dickhead.
Your elbow.
I had a sore spleen.
Oh.
No, we had an episode we lost because we had a chunk of new music, and I think we lost it because of technical difficulties.
Fair enough.
So fuck you.
Yeah. Well, we listened to it. It was great.
Technically, Andrew's neck is shit.
Well, going back to the review, I think Ready for You is the one that stands out the most for me. I think it has like the best like example of a catchy hook in the guitars. Because the rest of this is kind of pretty unrelenting for what it is.
Yeah.
And that one's the one that has the more like catchy sections to it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it the best, it just makes it the catchiest. I think it's an all-encompassing record for me. Like, all of it is great in its own way. Yeah. That's just the bit that stood out for me. And I don't know if that's because A, it's the catchiest section, or B, just because I've listened to it before. I recognised it.
Yeah, I've only got one problem with this record.
Okay.
It's not long enough.
No. Yeah,
4 tracks is not long enough. And also, I feel this band is going to always be overshadowed by Fever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get, I think, because this, obviously, he started this band around the time that he kind of let Left live and picked up Fever 333, and they kind of like, they were both on like par track releases, and they both kind of released the first EPs at the same time, but then Fever 333 picked up a bit more, and then Pressure Cuts kind of had to go by the wayside and came back. And my two things with this is like, this, I want more, and I wish this was more, like I want some more of this, and two, I'm terrified I'm never going to see this band live.
Yeah.
So
honestly, that was one of my first reactions after listening to this. Yeah. Just like, oh, when do I get to see his live? Oh, wait, yeah, it's like, the dude's kind of busy, isn't he, with Fever 333? Yeah. I'm probably never going to see this band live.
And I think, like, when they do come to the UK, if they do come to the UK, it's probably going to be like a random slot at festival that you might not be able to go to.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting.
A festival where Fever are played as well.
Yeah, well, maybe. But for the EP itself, like, I fucking love this. 4 tracks of unrelenting great hardcore for me. I actually struggle to pick a favourite track. It's pretty great.
Yeah, no, I'm the same.
I'm kind of settling between shh or shush.
Yeah.
I don't know how to...
I've been saying shh.
It's SHHH, so I'm saying shh. Or Big T Youth. The last 2 tracks. It's just that last track especially, it just ends it so well. I feel
I would agree for me that potentially, but every time I listen to this, I did nothing but listen to the 4 tracks in full, and just I didn't look and pay attention at what period of time. Also, I was like, I just blasted through these 4 tracks every time I popped on and enjoyed it for.
Also, can I just write how much I appreciate the track's called Shh. So like, oh, what's that song called? Shh. No, just tell me. Shh. Just tell me the song is like. Shh. Damn it. You have to shush people for
like
free.
A fucking Two Roddy sketch.
Hilarious.
But oh man, leave me alone.
You
I like
are
slap
on them.
shake.
But no, fuck me. Do we need to like? Yeah, it's fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Go listen to it goddamn right now.
Again, if you're like,
this is fantastic.
yeah, I feel like you're a fan of. I feel like you're a fan of hardcore in general. But I feel it's like this is like the new ilk of the new age of hardcore. It's like your Sharp Tooth and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So get into these kind of bands because this is where hardcore's going, and it's fucking great.
I am 100% along for the ride.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm going to say American hardcore because UK hardcore is something completely different.
Yeah, no, true.
Which can be good depending on the band.
But when it's bad, oh boy, is it
It is
bad.
bad. I'm sure American hardcore has the same trouble. We don't know their underground
true.
scene.
Yeah, we never hear about the bad ones.
We get the slick cuts. But yeah, this is a fucking great release. And if you've not heard Pressure Catch 4, please go back and check the first EP out. Because that was also a fucking cracking EP.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be listening to that.
Yeah, it's fucking great. That EP was phenomenal. And I remember that came out around the time that Fever 333 put their first EP out. And I was like, I really want Pressure Catch to be the band.
Yeah. I want this, by the way, as well. A completely separate thing. Have they linked the announce of this for like purchasing?
It was put up for pre-orders.
Right.
You can buy vinyls and stuff, but it's only in America.
Fuck.
You can get it shipped over here.
Yeah.
So you can get a sweet 7
I haven't got shipping money.
for like the EP, which I presume will be a 7-inch.
Yeah.
It's to get it shipped over here. It's about $20. So
I really want
no,
this.
20 quid. Sorry. Yeah. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna probably buy it because this EP is fucking great.
Yeah.
I am currently looking at it.
We are terrible people.
Pressure Cracks, in a small, very small, remote chance you'll listen to this podcast. 1, sell your merch internationally. I don't want to pay shipping charges. 2, play a UK show. Probably in Manchester would be preferable. Thank you.
3, come do an interview with us. We like doing interviews.
Jump on the podcast. Any one of you. I love it. Good. Final review of that. Listen, we've got down right now. It's
Obviously.
fucking great. Fantastic.
Can you imagine if after all that we went,
Nah, shit.
if you fancy, but maybe not. No, go treat yourself.
Also, I want to point out, last week was our first episode of 2020. I'm not counting it. My new year started now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Last week was shit. This week's better. 2020 started this week.
That's fair.
I got music I enjoyed. And I've already started completing my... every year I do a playlist of music I enjoy. So I pick the new songs out that I add, and I add that through the year to make a great playlist of music I enjoyed through the year. So far, my year's playlist is just this EP. So, fucking absolutely phenomenal. Loving it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks, Pressure Cracks. You did good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Right. So that's that for new music. We're going to now settle in, go back to 2010, if you believe Wikipedia, or 2011 if you believe Spotify. Who's right?
I'm going to go with Wiki.
Probably Wiki, innit?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so obviously we've mentioned at the top of the episode, since we did Pressure Cracks, I thought we'd loosely connect this and use this as an excuse to talk about Fake History from Letlive, which came out in 2010.
Originally released on Tragic Hero Records in April 2010.
Mm-hmm.
It was re-released by Epitaph in 2011.
That's why Spotify is...
That's probably why. And I think that's the version that we've been listening to.
Oh, what are the differences?
There's
Spotify,
3
then?
extra tracks.
Wow. Do you know what the tracks are?
I can tell you, yeah.
Yes.
Hollywood, and She Did, Lemon Party, and This Mime, the Sex Symbol.
Oh, Lemon Party's one of the best ones. Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So, this is a Fake History, which... Paul just said all the things. So
I did say all the things.
I don't even realize to really cap it, do you? Producers was Kurt Waltzer and Letlive, unsurprisingly. Who's Kurt Waltzer? Let's have a quick go.
Kit Walters.
Yeah, sure.
Not Kurt Waltzer. He is a singer-songwriter, Scapegoat and CFOS. which I think CFO was the guys that did a lot of the WWE soundtracks, I think.
I can neither confirm or deny, I'm afraid.
Well, I can confirm because I'm on the Wikipedia page, and yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Well, why'd you ask me?
Because I hadn't clicked the link at that point.
Right, I'm going to take the charge. So this album, I think I heard this album quite late. I think I heard it kind of... It's The Black is Beautiful was the next album, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Black is Beautiful.
Yeah. So I think I heard this not long before that album came out, so I kind of missed the first initial release of this album.
Right.
But it's just a fucking great album, in my opinion. Like, from start to finish, especially the first half, it's just unrelenting fucking tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And bear with me, because some of these song titles are ridiculous.
I mean, this is not hitting the ridiculous level we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
I've got the first one to say.
Le Prologue?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you mean, thank you?
I
You can't say
can't
Le
read.
Prologue. It's literally
was gonna
Le and Prologue.
I'll just say Le Prologue.
Fuck me. Jesus, Badger. You're making it harder on yourself now.
Right, in 2020, you're not allowed to read any more things.
That's made better by the fact you flubbed saying read.
Yeah.
I feel like the Prologue is... It's one of those introduction tracks
Mm-hmm.
that is great just because it's pretty much a song.
Yeah.
It kind of builds up in a nice way, and the way it flows into the first track, 6.8 billion.
Yeah.
Is fucking seamless.
This is almost less the opening to an album, but a perfect intro to their opening song. Like it's like I wouldn't class it as much as like a song of its own, more so literally, like I said, the beginning of their first song, which is the 6.8 billion, which it flows perfectly. As it flows then perfectly into Renegade 86.
Yeah.
Like that's almost the flow of those three tracks near enough spotless. Like it's pretty much perfect for how as far as you can get like three songs to go straight into an album.
Yeah, agree. And then obviously Enemigos. I don't know about that one. For me, it's like, I mean, I think it's the like second longest on the initial album, pretty much, or third maybe looking at the track listing. It's like, it kind of just like, yeah, it's fine. It's another one of those good songs, but like my problem with this album, and it's a weird problem to have, is that it's like this, like the big single, Casino Columbus, is such a standout track on this album.
Is it?
For me, it is. And it's just like, I don't know if it's because I heard the single first, and then I heard the album. I think it's just like, it's one of those songs that just like, to me, that is the Letlive song.
Oh, fair enough.
Just because it's
that
the
really
one
wouldn't be my go-to.
That's generally surprising.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It's the one that sticks out to me the most. I remember the video and everything.
I feel like you maybe got into this before me and Gareth did.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I like Casino Columbus is a song on the album. And when it plays, and when it plays, I go, yes, this is a good song.
This is a song on this album
that I enjoy. And I think that's a song with a lot. Like, when I listen to this album, it's like I forget about songs on this album. And the thing is, the song titles are ridiculous. So I struggle to remember which songs are which a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I kind of go. And so if someone comes up to me and goes, "What's your favourite song off this album?" I'd go,
the third one.
Yeah, that one with So Many Days in the Sun, or whatever it is, the lyrics. Do you know what I mean? Or the one where he sings about his mother. I don't know.
Mother.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I'd flummox it to try and remember it. But when I play it, I go, oh, fucking hell, yeah, this one, blah, blah, blah. I kind of remember it. So Casino Columbus isn't the standout track on this album. Like, I know, Gareth, you always say Mothers.
We talked about this earlier. So I'm getting to a point now where like there's never been a time I've listened to Mother and not enjoyed it or feel like I've overplayed it.
It's a fucking great song.
But like it's up there as honestly one of my favorite songs of all time. This album isn't. I love this album to bits, but like if I was ranking like all time favorite albums, it's like it might, to be fair, it might end up actually getting to like top 20 maybe.
Yeah.
But that song is up there as one of my favorite songs of all time. I can't get enough of that song. That is one of the rare songs which I can have on repeat and not get enough of it. It makes me... I love the vibe of it. I love the vocals. I'll always can't help myself but to stop and sing and enjoy that song. So yeah, that's a bit of a deal breaker with this album, because this album basically has one of my favourite songs of all time, personally, on it.
Mother in itself is a fantastic song.
Yeah.
And you're right, because like, especially I was saying, seeing it live, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful song. I think the problem with me is like, every time I listen to this album, I will tell you a different song.
Yeah.
Because, like, putting this on, I've not listened to this album in a long time. Like, I've picked a couple of tracks, and I remember when, like, I used to make playlists, and this album was around this time. I think 5 songs of the album got onto one playlist. Because, like, yeah, let's have a...
It's easily done, mate.
Let's have Homeless Jazz, let's have Sick and...
You gotta have Homeless Jazz, you gotta have Lemon Pie, you gotta have
I'll
Renegade 86.
I'll have H Ledger, fuck it. I'll have Lemon Pie, have it, fuck it in the back. But that's it, so, like, I think a lot of times I kind of always go to Renegade 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because that catchy...
I think that might have been the first Letlive song I heard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, because... What was the video to that one?
I don't remember any of the videos.
Was that the one that had the live video to it, or was that the 6.6?
The only music video I saw this album was probably Mother. Because
I'm pretty sure
this came out at a time where I didn't watch music.
Yeah, if I'm right thinking, I think Renegade 86 was the one which had like a lot of like parts of their live show into it. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but like it was off. I was pretty sure it was off this album, and I think it was Renegade, where the music video had large portions of like cuts from their live performance, and that's the first thing which I latched on. Fuck the music. It was the first time I saw Jason Butler perform in live and video. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what is this? And I was like, oh, I best listen to the music. Damn, the music's good. Awesome.
I was thinking about it the other day, cause like I didn't know whether to bring it up or not, because we're talking about the album, but I kind of want to dissect because you brought it up.
Okay, go for it.
It's your fault.
All right, my bad.
But
I don't know.
I was thinking about like the most time I hated America was when Every Time I Die, The Chariot, Letlive did a tour.
Oh.
I was like,
wow.
And I was like, this album, I think it was like this album had just come out, like, well, it was out for a while. Obviously the Chariot, like, the height of being the fucking Chariot.
Yeah.
And Every Time I Die, we're like riding high and stuff. I was like, this is literally the fucking perfect tour, and I can't get to it, you motherfuckers. And at the time, Every Time I Die had a podcast, so they were doing the podcast themselves. And Andy Williams was talking about their shows with Jason Butler, and some of the shit he got up to was fucking mad and sounded insane. I just got more angry the fact I couldn't be there. Just
like I've seen the clips where he's just like backflipping across stages and stuff. I was like, oh man,
yeah.
He's one of those like frontmen that makes me hate being a frontman, because I could never be that. Like, there's no way how I could do a backflip.
I remember in...
But the fuck how he moves. This dude just oozes charisma. Like, it's unreal.
I'll tell you what it is I'll pin it now down to the year. 2010, I saw Gallows perform in Leeds in Ghostfest. And I saw Frank Carter as a frontman of Gallows. Like, that guy will never be topped as a frontman. He is literally the best frontman of our generation. And then I saw Letlive live. I was like, all right. Draw, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. They're a different kind of frontman. Each of them, like Frank Carter's got that. He's just got the swagger to him that is like
just
he was
pure
just born
attitude.
to be a frontman.
Yeah.
Swagger versus energy.
Jason's just like, he's just insane.
Yeah.
I think it's
Jason's got like the thing where he's like, he will dive about and like climb shit and rip shit down, do all kinds of mad shit, but then he also like a bit of fucking chat with the audience, and also just like, he just seems like a generally nice bloke.
Yeah.
What I kind of look for in a frontman, like, you can be the best person, like the best frontman in the world, but if you just seem like a nice bloke, I'm more on board with it.
Yeah, but it also comes with like I love seeing a frontman who looks like he's doing everything he can for himself to have a good time.
Yeah, if they do it for themselves, not just like as a performance.
Yeah, totally.
If they're doing it because they feel that's the way the music makes them move and stuff. And that's what I feel when I saw Letlive live, he was doing that. Not because, I'm on stage, I bet being this crazy guy, I'll flip over a speaker. He's just going fucking crazy because that's the way the music made him do it. Then I appreciate that more, rather than be like, I'm just crazy for the sake of being crazy. Look how lively I am on stage. Nice one, mate. But anyway.
Also, for just to make myself feel better, I was right. I just double checked on YouTube. Renegade A6. It was like bits of tour videos which they purposely filmed crossed in with like live performances, and yeah, that was the first thing I saw, which just made me go, "Oh my god, what is this band? I need more."
So, the thing with this album I think stood out for me was like, as well, it's the music itself. And I was talking to you about this before we started recording. It is, and I'm hoping Paul agrees with me, it's post-hardcore, isn't it?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah. But it's got this really unique sound about it that I've never heard before and I've never heard since. And I can't put my finger on what it is.
Yeah. Because we were talking of the whole idea is like, I guess I can agree because of just the very simplified trope of just like heavy sort of say verses mixed with quite light sort of clean vocal choruses.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I guess you can kind of put it into that sort of category with it, but I never put them down as that. I wouldn't be able to tell you where I'd put them because it was just Letlive. I like Letlive.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of most post-hardcore bands, but I like this, and I think that's a staple of them is that they are separate enough that you can bring in people like myself to fall in love with them.
Yeah. For me, these were one of those bands that, like, they came around at the perfect time for me. So, like, around, like, 2010, 2011 is when my music taste was going all over the shop. And it's like, they were one of those bands that just, like, encapsulated what I enjoyed about live heavy music.
Yeah.
This was around the time when I'd started falling in love with bands like Glassjaw. And I think Jason has that kind of like similar feel to him vocally that Daryl has, but he somehow manages to ramp it up even more. So like his heavy stuff is even heavier. His vocal melodies are like beyond like anything I've heard from Daryl in years. And it's just like, it was just like, it was the perfect embodiment of a frontman of what I expected or what I was looking for. And then, seeing them live, or like seeing their live performances on like video and stuff was just like cemented that band for me.
Yeah.
And I think, listening to the record is like, it just kind of brings those kind of feelings back. Like you kind of get that energy that you see their live videos having in their music. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I just think
Paul, you're good, mate. Don't worry. You're not doing a badger, digging a hole or anything. You're alright.
You have accumulated thoughts to make sense, whereas I just ramble normally. The one downside to this retrospect, I say I've not listened to this album in a long time. I've not really listened to Letlive, considering like Fever 3-3 has been on my playlist a bunch in the last year, and Pressure Cracks has been knocking about and stuff like that. And I just don't know. I just don't jump back to Letlive in a while. And I was like, I suppose a part of me was like, that band's done. This is the new band now. I don't really have to go back to that. Maybe I will do one day. Blah blah blah. And I've now gone back to it. I'm like, god damn, this is great.
Yeah.
And I'm so pissed off. This is not a band anymore.
The thing that, and I hate to say negative things when we're doing these retrospectives, but the thing that kind of soured this band for me was the subsequent albums, and not so much in the way of the music. I think the big thing that lost me was the production of the albums.
Yeah,
it's like this was one of those rare ones where like everything sounded perfect on Fake History.
Yeah,
and then when you listen to the albums that came after, it's like something was missing or something was just that little bit off. And I don't know if it was just like it was a perfect collection of scenarios that just made this album come into being.
I feel
that they just didn't quite manage to capture after.
Yeah.
Which is why I think this is the album that like stands out for any Letlive fan.
No, I feel you're right. I feel like even like maybe the band maybe got that, because thinking about like this album was such a massive thing. I think it was anyway. And I think like Black is Beautiful. Was it that?
Well, Black is Beautiful.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a weird title. I never managed to get my head around. That album felt like a quick succession to this, like a very like quick sequel, and it wasn't a million miles away. But they tried a few things. It was very like blah blah blah. Here's this one, boom, and then they got into the album after that, which was The Devil something.
If I'm the Devil.
If I'm the Devil, and that was like
I forgot about that.
That was quite a weird one because that's the album that like kind of I was like, it's not great. I think is I remember this isn't even first Letlive album. There's another album before this. Nobody likes hardly. I've never met anyone who likes the album before this. There's only one mate I have who likes the album before this, and I feel like he only likes it because it's Letlive. Do you know what I mean? He has to like it as a completionist. So I feel like maybe Letlive kind of knew their time span. So like they did this, went fucking, we cracked it, crack out a new album, boom, boom, still doing it, and like, okay, fuck it. We're not working as a band anymore, just leave it. And Jason went on to do other things, and the guys obviously went and did other things. A band always has a lifespan, and I feel these guys did it correctly where they ended it, where a lot of other bands don't, and they just left it in a good note. And the last album wasn't the best, but it was okay. So, but this is literally one. I'd happily hand up say this is one of the best albums of the last decade.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, if we were doing a decade list, this would have to be on there.
Last thing I remember, Paul mentioned off podcast. Do you want to do a decade list? And I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. By the way, we haven't talked about this, Paul. God, you gave me anxiety with that idea. I was like, how the fuck am I? Hang on. All right, let me look at a few. I almost had a breakdown. So that's why I didn't bring it up again. It's like, please don't tell me we're doing that. I can't do it. I can't handle it.
So when we're doing it?
You guys crack on.
It's a funny thing though, because like to look back over 10 years of music and like pick, I don't know, 5 albums over 10 years of music. I think that's fucking impossible. Without spending hours and days and weeks.
I'll tell you now, if we do it, it's got to be at least 10 albums.
We're never doing it.
It's going to have to be a 10 album one. Yeah.
We'll do it in 2030 if we're still doing this fucking podcast. But I couldn't go back now. If I say what's your favourite last decade, I wouldn't have picked this because it wouldn't automatically come to my head. But going back, I go, fuck me, this is fantastic. This is a great album, and I'm really happy we chose to do this because as soon as I put it on, after not listening to it for months, so fucking good. I'm not the happiest I've been listening to an album in a long time.
Yeah.
So going back and listening, this is absolutely phenomenal, and it's just like it's unrelenting. The first couple of tracks just non-stop, just boom, 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 feeling great, high energy, just energized, great time. Then you get to Mother, it slows down a bit.
But then straight to Homeless Jazz.
And that's it, Homeless Jazz. And then like we the pros of cons, and it's just I don't think there's really a weak album on this. And even with the re-release, which I didn't realise this was a re-release, I just thought this was the whole album the whole time.
Well, this is the only one I've known because I bought this as a CD, and that CD is now downloaded and onto my phone, and this is the album that I've always listened to. I never knew there was a version with... I didn't know I had bonus tracks, basically. Yeah. I always thought I had the full album.
I feel like... I think like Mother, is classed as the slow, nice song that everyone remembers and everyone can sing along to. But Day 54. It's a great song.
It is a great song.
It's a fucking cool song, man. And at the beginning of it, it's just... Listen to that beginning of that song. I just feel like that's just Jason Butler, I think, like at his best. Vocally and lyrically.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes listening to Jason's lyrics, especially now he's doing Fever and Pressure Cracks, and he's done like there's so much stuff he's put out, so much content. It reminds me of I can compare him to Frank Carter so much more as days go on. Because Frank Carter can write some cracking vocals, like some cracking lyrics, but he can also write a lot of crap.
Yeah, I think
that's only been more prominent recently.
Yeah, more recently. But like Jason,
Right, I'm going to say so. So, I'm not going to tell you who, but one is getting better, one is getting worse.
And I feel the thing is that I feel on this album and maybe some other Letlive albums, Jason was just finding his feet.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the Fever 3 there's a bit of some stumbles, maybe, perhaps, because sometimes it's a bit repetitive.
Yeah, but he's still a man you can very much see has found his voice, isn't it?
I did mention something before. I wasn't going to mention it, but I'm going to because I think it's always funny.
You had a beer.
The line in We, the Pros and Cons.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking line about the dicks thing will never not make me laugh. I don't know if it's meant to be... I don't know what that's meant to mean or anything, but it always made me just laugh.
I think you're allowed to let it just be funny. Yeah. I can't imagine shouting that and it not being at least somewhat
If
humorous.
it's not meant to be funny, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but suck on my great big dick, you dicks, will not be funny to me. So, I love it. Anyway, also, the fact that re-release include, I really like Lemon Pie as well.
Lemon Pie is fucking great.
I think it's a cool
Do you say that's
jazzy tune.
Is that actually
It's part of the re-release,
technically a re-release, right?
Yeah.
Because I've always known that being on the album. It's always been one of... It's just got such a damn good like groove to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking great. I've always just seen that as part of the album. And it is part of the album to me anyway. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I think
I
that's
don't
the
give
thing,
a shit about re-releases. Like, if that song's on there and I've listened to it to death, I love that shit.
I think, like, revisiting what I said earlier, like, there's a thing about this band being a post-hardcore band, but they're not just straight post-hardcore.
Yeah.
And I couldn't put my finger on it. Like, there is... It's a style of music, and I can't figure out what the influence is, but it's just the groove of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing that Turnstile have. They've just got this really good, positive groove that they apply into the music that just fucking makes it. It's so good. And I cannot explain what it is in words. It just makes me feel better.
It's good energy, isn't it?
It's just good energy.
Yeah.
Whether you're in a shit mood, whether you're in a good mood, put this album on, and you're fucking golden, mate. Absolutely fucking golden. You're having a party, you can have when you're sad. It just put this fucking Fake History, Let Live, literally one of the best albums of the 2010s.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. One of the best post-hardcore albums of any post-hardcore albums. I think it's up there. I don't know what other post-hardcore albums I could put into that list.
Paul, if you had to argue that point to Badger, what would you argue would be a greater example of a better post-hardcore album?
I mean, for me personally, I'd put this up there with Worship and Tribute from Glassjaw.
Yeah.
But I think, again, maybe that's just my personal preference for Glassjaw. But
I feel like if you was a bit sad about Glassjaw, yeah, mate, it's okay. Have some Let Live. You know, give him a sandwich and a Let Live album.
Fake History, the cure for depression.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Daryl's going to be okay. Have a sandwich and a glass.
Have a cheese and pickle and a bit of Let Live. Go on, mate, you'll be fine.
Probably a better sandwich than that. But...
Oh my god.
It was the weirdest sandwich combo I could think of to make that more comical.
Okay,
just, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think that covers that.
That nails it.
Let Live, cheese and pickle. Loved it. Fake History.
Generally, if you've missed Let Live, or if you somehow just missed Fake History, please go revisit this album. It's absolutely phenomenal. I think I can't really praise it enough. I love it to bits. I think I can't remember last time I creamed so much over a fucking album on this podcast.
Every Time I Die?
Great Britain.
We've not done Every Time I Die album on this podcast, have we yet?
No.
Oh, no, we didn't.
How have we got a year in and we've still not done an Every Time I Die?
Have you tits? We did New Drunk Aesthetic.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Christ
That's
alive,
not
like,
the best.
I remembered that shit.
That's not the best. Yeah, you didn't really feed me back on that one, though, did you? Yeah, anyway, call this to fucking Let Live Fake History. It's great. And that's it. We're done.
That is it.
That is
We're
it.
done.
We're done. In a sweet 2 hours and something.
Keeping it tight.
It's the best, tightest podcast you can get. Thank you very much for listening, guys. We'll be back next week with some new music, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going to happen. There's probably an album coming out I forgot about.
I'm pretty sure Anti-Flag is out next Friday.
Sure. Great. Can't wait.
Superb.
Also,
Anti-Flag.
we might introduce a new thing. For a while, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, we've done news, new music, and sometimes retrospectives. We're going to throw something new into the mix every now and again. We've got some ideas, cooking them up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's where we record. In my kitchen.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I'm in the kitchen.
We might start doing a recommended section where one of us picks a random album from our history and goes, hey, dickheads, listen to this. And we go, fuck's sake, we have to. Okay. And that might happen next week. We'll find out. Only time will tell. Looking dead in the eye, Gareth.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? And I noticed that, and I've returned the favour, and now
It's
neither of us are
unsettling,
blinking. Oh, anyway, I won.
I am going to make you two listen to such niche shit.
Ah, fuck's sake. I've already got my album. I've already got queued up in my head. Gareth's just every punk album ever.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
No.
I showed my list. So we've come up with this idea. I've already showed my list to Badger, and I think I've been very fucking kind to what I could do.
Yeah, I'm holding my list close to my chest because I want it to be a genuine surprise.
Cool.
Because
what if we're secretly massive fans of your probably stupidly niche bands, which no one's heard of?
Well, when I come to recommend them, you can tell me. But I guarantee most of them you will
both
not
got to
have heard.
pretend we know exactly what. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of Sandwich Baker. Whatever.
Good old Sandwich Baker, my favourite.
Great sandwich.
Shame they disbanded.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Give us a down promo, it's fine.
The grind team will never be the same.
I know, right?
This is called bread roll now.
Anyway, cheers for listening, guys. If you want to check us out on social media, you can find us at Twitter at Loud Noises Pod UK. You can find us on Facebook by looking for Loud Noises Podcast. It'll probably come up. If it doesn't, then get better at Facebook. We're also on YouTube now. Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
If you want to, you've already listened to the podcast, but you can go there anyway and subscribe, and you can see the images we talked about, mainly about Danzig's chins. And
if you are on YouTube right now, I don't know, press the like, because that's the thing that other people on YouTube keep shouting at me to do, which I never do.
It helps,
but you should do it.
Yeah. Leave
Punch
a comment.
that bell.
just leave comments, just calling me a cunt repeatedly. That'll also help us in the algorithm. Also, if you want to help us in the algorithm, you can leave us an iTunes review. Leave us a star. Just 1 star's fine. It still helps. I don't give a shit, mate.
5 would be
we haven't
preferable.
got very high standards, have we?
Currently, we're 5 stars on iTunes. So,
is it 1 review?
No, we've got many reviews. More than 1.
Huh.
So if you want to make that less, give us a shit review. It's up to you, mate. It doesn't make a difference to us. We're still higher in the algorithm.
Look, no, fuck that. Always give us 5 stars, but then write the most heinous shit you can think of in the comments. That doesn't matter. Just always 5 stars, though.
5 stars. These are our sandwiches. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And we'll be back next week with more of this shit. Hopefully more coherent, but probably not.
Nah.
Thanks for listening,
Where's
guys.
the fun in that?
Is
Ooh,
it?
actually, quick little bit before we go. We would have, it's post Slipknot and the Healer.
Shit.
So, yeah, it'd probably be more incoherent because chances are I'm going to be very hungover.
Me
and
too.
You too, even though you also have work.
Yeah.
Paul will still be Paul wishing that he had better co-hosts.
Hello.
Yes, next week me and Gav are going to watch Slipknot in the Manchester Arena. We'll talk about that on the next podcast.
Yes.
I completely forgot about that for a second. People cool shit. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.